I'm trying to catch up.
I've downloaded every show.
Will you knock it out, bro?
That I haven't been to, and I'm trying to catch up on all my missed shows.
Don't do it.
I'm thinking about going back on Tuesday, man, to Deer Creek. How ironic, we haven't talked about this on the podcast yet. How ironic is it that I'm thinking about going back to a place called Deer Creek?
God.
After the fucking saga that I was through going to the Dead show last week in Pittsburgh.
Save it. We got to talk about your fucking deer fiasco.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't want to do any small talk before the intro? No.
We have such a good guest today.
I feel like we got another person here that knows the theme, and I don't need to give them a run around like it's the pool. You know what I mean?
You always got to give a rundown.
You know what you're doing, right?
I got it.
Fuck yeah. All right.
You know what he's doing.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
The snacks of life.
The snacks of life.
There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about
The snacks of life.
The
Snacks of life.
When the world
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Snacks of Life podcast with comedian Mike Rita and the Snackman. Our special guest tonight is LP owner Owen LP.
That's great.
The LP is Artiznl, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Artiznl.
Okay.
I ran out of juice mentally, and then I was like, oh, fuck, I'm calling them Owen LP.
Also, shout out our sponsors, Canamatch.ca. Everybody, you can find me on Canamatch.ca. No joke, Reets.
Canamatch.ca. Are you looking for somebody to get high with? Well, maybe if it was 2018. No, what's the thing? Remember you? Last active. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this.
Oh man, it feels like we've been away for forever, Reets.
Yeah, but it's only because last week you hit a fucking deer. The man hit a deer. And he was still like, should we record a podcast? I was like, no, bro, take a week off. We'll be back next week. We'll be back with Owen LP.
So last week we had Emily from Comeback Snacks.
Unbelievable guest, unbelievable story, and somehow better snacks than it all.
That's the craziest part is that like you're hesitant to have somebody on the show that has a product. No offense, Mr. LP. We can just call him Mr. LP now because you gave him that last name.
Senior Admiral LP.
And like, Emily was a pretty girl, so it'd be hard to be like, hey, pretty girl. Your
Who's
snacks, the snack popcorn girl.
Yeah.
Like it'd be hard to be like your snacks suck. So it was really refreshing that they were.
Not me, bro. I got a lot of pent up trauma from my teenage years. I can't wait to tell pretty ladies off. I'm like, yeah, lady, your snacks suck. You suck.
Like Bobby K in his stand up.
Yeah, that's right. I just pent up trauma from my teenage. Why wouldn't they hug me? No, I'm just playing.
Shout out Bobby K.
Shout out Bobby K. Shout out the Rat Pack, Snack Pack, and shout out Ems O'Brien. Absolute unbelievable entrepreneur. Just such a great story last week. And then after that podcast, you go on, you hit a deer.
No, actually, I'd hit the deer 2 days before.
Oh.
And I alluded to it, but then we got sidetracked because that was a crazy guest. And if you didn't watch or listen to that episode, I suggest you go back because international drug rings and everything, and then amazing snacks.
She was smuggling drugs.
Cocaine. So yeah,
Hey, where's our fucking ashtrays sent by a lumberjack?
He didn't bring them yet. LazyLumberjack.ca.
Okay, all right. So let's cut to our guest because we got to introduce him right now. You can't go more than 3 minutes without introducing your guest.
Our guest today, because I got called a hater.
Wow, Snackman gets called a hater online and goes right after the gullet. He's like, I'm a hater.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
Well, people were saying I hate on legal weed, and I think that I don't think what I was saying was controversial.
Are you smoking legal weed in that blunt right now?
Yes.
Wow, the haters are shuddering. Oh, my phone sound is on. What an amateur. The haters are back. They're
It's
like,
probably an important call you're going to ignore anyway. So,
my agent gave me shit the other day.
Did they?
Yeah. He's like, hey.
Did he do it through carrier pigeon, or how did he contact you?
He finally gets a hold of me after 3 days, and he goes, you can be hard for other people, but you're not going to be hard for me to get a hold of. And I was like, all right, geez, it's crazy. Like, what if I had business? I was like, do you? He's like, yeah. And then it wasn't really,
It was a fluff?
No, it was good. It was just
good,
for laughs, wants to fuck around, but Yeah. All right.
Anyway, so like
So
your
the
agent.
haters are fluttering. I mean, this guy went so far after the hater said that he hates on LP weed to bring in.
Well, I think that my hate was getting misplaced. I thought that it was like getting misplaced, so I brought in Owen from Artiznl, who's an LP owner, right? You're a owner of some sort of
co-owner, CTO, master grower.
master grower.
This guy brought in a master grower.
And we're going to have a conversation about the legal system because I think that my hate was getting misplaced. When I'm talking about the black market, which some people like to call the gray market, but I think at this point, the gray market has gone black. Back in black!
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think that the way that this thing is working is
we know somebody who was in the gray market who seems to have gone black, and then now they're almost
pitch black like the Mountain Dew.
Pitch black. Even his closest confidants are like, I don't know, bro. Nobody knows. And you know what that is? That's going back to the lab. You ever hear about people who just go back to the lab? They're like, you know what? I'm going to fucking get this shit down. I'm not going to fuck around.
Brian Wilson, bro. This guy's gone missing. So I think that it was getting misplaced when I was talking about like the prices of weed. You can get quality, but you have to pay more than you would in the black market for something similar. And I think that it's only fair that if I'm going to grandstand and talk about this stuff, that I get the perspective of somebody on the other side and let them talk about it and confirm some of my suspicions. Because one of the things I didn't get out is I feel like it's not the LP's fault. There's certain LPs that are fucking around. Let's get that out.
Who's your hate towards, and if it ain't the LP?
I think it's the government getting in the way.
Damn.
Especially in Ontario. They're double dipping. And in the old model of black market, there was a grower, there was maybe a wholesaler, and there was a retailer, but there wasn't multiple different hands, and there wasn't the regulations and all of these different taxes and stuff. You go buy a $40 gram of hash rosin, which I smoked. I posted the legal hash rosin. It was okay. It was good. Is it more expensive than it would have been in the black market? Of course. But it's $45.20. So the government's getting their 13% on the consumer side, and I feel like it's only right for us to have the representation from the grower on the other side, because the consumer chain is end user me, guy that's growing the weed there. So the only way to clear up the murk in the middle is to get both sides of the story. Fair?
No.
Okay. Fair?
Fair. I know. I agree, man.
No, wait,
So-
I want a government official in here.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Where's our local government official? I just Jerry Springer this. Well, you're not gonna believe this.
We have
Doug
Idaho.
Ford is coming. Oh, who's trashing me? So tell us a little bit about who you are, who your company is, why you did it, and then we'll get into the government stuff. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Owen.
Okay, so been growing for about 14 years now. Started when I was 17, 31 now.
Nice.
I hope the math checks out there. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
Better than Glenn Wells' math.
Yeah.
But yeah, just, did the closet grow thing, a lot of forums, all that kind of stuff. Really young. Then got into cooking. That was kind of that's where I went into life at first.
Because cannabis wasn't legal and it wasn't an avenue for you at that time.
Exactly. So
Fair.
that's kind of what I did. I did a lot of edibles kind of stuff in the black market. I don't know if you remember that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, did a lot of that kind of stuff. And
That's
then,
how long you guys have known each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About since 2017, I think.
Yeah, probably 2017, 2016 in that area. Yeah.
Wow, this is sick. That just added a whole layer to this whole fucking podcast.
Hey man, come on, like,
Wow, you guys are homies. So now I'm gonna try to get this as heated as possible. I'm like, oh, y'all are homies. Well, tell him what you really think.
nah, man. Everybody knows that I say what I think right up. It's not like that.
No, I'm just playing. Okay, I love the idea that you guys are friends.
So
you're on the opposite sides of this.
You were somebody that came up in the system. You came up in the culture. You remember Prohibition, and you decided to take your swing at starting an LP. How long after did you jump into it? Like, did you get in right at the beginning, or did you kind of stay back and wait and see what happened before you decided to go into it?
So I don't know. I feel like I played both sides of the coin to some degree.
Of course.
Right? So 2015, I was done with the cooking bullshit. I was running a kitchen downtown. like doing all this kind of shit. They weren't paying me enough, you know the old story.
Classic, dude.
Yeah. So I was done
Classic
with that.
origin story of I'm gonna start my own shit.
Yeah.
And I hear
so it was. I mean, that's not even where it started, but I was just seeing cannabis kind of getting legalized, and
gravitating towards that.
Medical was a thing, so I was like, okay, like let me jump in. I've been growing a little bit. Let me.
Right.
And then there was a trimming position for a company called Bedrican. I don't
Cool.
know if you remember those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. Years before legalization.
Yeah.
So you started off trimming.
Started off trimming.
Where were these guys located?
They were in Scarborough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did that for a year.
How was the quality of weed 2015 medical?
Bro, so this is the weirdest thing about Bedrican. I feel like even still, they are like the pinnacle of like how an LP should be run.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were doing it 20 years ago, or probably even longer now, but 20 years ago at the time,
Right.
in the Netherlands, and they were the only guys who were able to sell medical marijuana. They were the only guys, and they had the original Jack Herrera.
Right.
So
Great strain.
and they grew it really well there. They just had it dialed in 20 years. It was amazing. They had a couple other strains. I won't get into that. It was more for the medical purposes. They were very medical driven. They were not growing this to be fire per se, but it was just, that was probably one of the best sativas though, still to this day, I would say.
For sure.
So when these guys grow their weed, they're not thinking terpene compound. Like they're just not thinking about terps or the smoking aspect of it. They're thinking about the medical, is what you're saying.
At the time, yeah, when I was with them, and they didn't do, and again at the time, Flushing Tech. I mean, we can get into that.
Yeah.
It was a little different at the time, and they were really. They grew their weed off the basis of, no one should be smoking it. They should be vaping it because it's medical.
Right.
Which is kind of ignorant in itself. I mean,
That's insane.
I'm sure you guys can agree. But yeah. So stuff didn't burn that well. Tweed came in and bought them.
Okay.
Then my job kind of disappeared there at the time. I was actually in packaging.
Right.
Then I was like, hey, fuck this. Went to the black market, started selling mango juice. I don't know if you remember those.
Okay.
Was popping those out. Doing
What's
a couple
mango
other things.
juice?
I did a medicated mango juice for a bit.
Wow.
Yeah. It was all right. Like it paid the bills at the time,
Yeah.
So I did that for like 6 months, and then got called from somebody who kind of moved on from Bedrican to another place. It was called Terracen.
Yeah.
So I helped them do the startup, helped them build the grow out. They had another head grower there at the time. Shout out Darren Sarniak.
Okay.
Why not?
Darren Sarniak.
Hey, man, if he's a good guy, you can shut him out.
Yo, I love the random shout out, man.
Yeah.
Darren
No,
Sarniak.
there's gonna be a bunch. Don't worry. I'm gonna give a bunch of shout outs to people. These are very underground people, so it's cool.
I love that.
Yeah. So he dipped out. He kind of had enough, and then
So you're working as an advisor at this time, or just kind of
like
consultant?
a grower, but like I'm hired by the company.
Yeah.
But a grower, but also kind of like I didn't really have a title. It was kind of just helping them start up wherever they needed help. I kind
Yeah,
of
of
did
course.
because I kind of knew a bunch of stuff from Bedrican, so I kind of took that IP. with
Jack
me.
Herrera of all trades.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah, no, that was really cool to work with them and see how, and that's honestly how I'm trying to frame my LP as well. Like we'll get into that, but
Right. But you took the education that you got from them and decided to apply it to your own thing.
exactly. So I did the Terracen thing for a while. The old head grower left. I took his place. Did that for a year.
Right.
Was sick of growing shishkaberry. I don't know if you remember that strain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did enough shishkaberry runs.
Why
for a
was
while.
that so popular?
'Cause it was easy to grow.
Easy to grow, eh?
Easy and forgiving.
And it cuts it. You can cut it at 8 weeks. So
Yeah.
investors love that. Right?
Well, and that's
8
what
weeks,
I was
turnover.
talking to you earlier about, Mike. Like when we talk about you get cannabis in Mexico and you get like this black looking sativa and it floors you. It looks like shit, tastes kind of crappy, like it was fucking cured underground or something, but it floors the fuck out of you, and it's because it's a 16-week mature sativa that you're getting down there with seeds and stems and whatever, because they don't have to rush it.
Exactly.
Where the North American standard is like, bro, for years and years and years, they were pushing out M39 Big Bud. Everybody knows the slightly racist name for that weed that was out, and it was getting called at 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because it looked great, even though the it wasn't there. There was no potency to it, but it was like the first mass hydro.
Yeah.
Oh man,
sure.
what's it called? Freeze line?
Friesland is at M39, but yeah, that.
I remember that, dude. Wow, that's a great era in underground weed. The slightly racist name, it just clicked in my head. Because I was about to say it, I was like, oh!
Yeah.
That's how far we've come in a society that you can't say that anymore.
Yeah, like if it.
And I didn't even think of it until now. It just came to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that was what we used to call it.
Everybody called it that.
Yeah, like nonchalant all the time.
So what, bro? What?
Right?
No one even thought about it. Right now, I'm like, yeah. I haven't heard someone really openly say that in a long time.
It's because it doesn't exist anymore,
That's
bro.
right, because it's all dank.
Yeah.
So the concept of said bud is...
But that bud, if you let that bud go 8.5 weeks, it was good bud.
What,
it just
bro?
always get called.
Freeze line would fuck me up.
Also
Me and the
did
boys
very
would
good
get
outdoor.
wrecked. Bro, freeze line was fucked, man. Dark green, fucking weird, sticky, crystally weed. Your boys would chop it at $10 a half Q. You'd be so fucking happy. And they'd look at you like, good luck. And you'd be like, why? Like, breaking it up, rolling it, anything to do with actual weed. This weed was awful.
Yeah.
But once you smoked it and you were sitting there with your boys, you'd be
That was the old
"Damn.
Quebec outdoor, man.
Wow. Yeah, that was biker weed. That was
Quebec outdoor.
That was that weed.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it. So it's like, we're framing it, we're like 2016 now.
We're 2017. No, 2018, I would say.
2018.
At this time.
So weed becomes legal, and correct me if I'm wrong, the first set of LPs, a lot of them weren't growers. They were just like marketing companies that
business
bought
companies,
from
yeah.
Tweed, bought from TerraSend, bought from all these different companies that had medical establishments previous era of cannabis in Canada. And they just marketed it under different names. Like, they just were doing basically what everyone else was doing, was repacking.
The Haven Street Blueberry.
Yeah.
That was Shishka Berry.
Yeah, bro. Everybody had a Shishka Berry week one of legalization.
But that's
Every
why they
single
renamed
person.
it, right?
'Cause everybody
they
had it.
Yeah, they were like, shit, like there's like 15 of us who have the same thing. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
and
what
that's
are we
why you
gonna
get
do?
all these weird... And that's still going on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but marketing is really bad with these weed things. I reviewed a bunch and they were the names. Kaka.
And we can talk about that too. There's a reason why people do it. I'm even like subject to doing it, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, well, explain it.
All right, grill them.
That's what I want to know, because I hear people say like, "Oh, this LP has the best weed," and then I read their packaging, and they don't grow their weed. So like, how the fuck can you claim that you have the best weed as an LP, legal producer? They need to change it. They need to have legal producers that are actually fucking producing the weed, and they have like LM, legal marketer.
Is it legal producer or licensed?
It's licensed.
All right.
But
Thank God, bro.
It doesn't. I don't think it changes the.
I was like, I was
It
done.
doesn't change your point. I think it makes. I think you.
Hey.
Yeah.
So why is this so? Is it because people can't themselves produce enough to maintain the brand for the entire year or something? Or why is it that they're okay? Hit me with it. I want the facts, bro. That's why you're here.
Okay. So the name change thing is because, again, we can point fingers at the government. OCS, for example. So they do the call every quarter, right? They have a product call every quarter. That's how these LPs get their weed in. So every quarter, all these LPs are throwing in, 3 times a half gram, whatever, And then, a quarter
You
of
send your
this, a half
SKUs.
ounce of this. Your SKUs, exactly. So
Okay.
the more SKUs you get, you can put in, the better. The thing is with the OCS is, for example, you put in a Master Kush.
Right.
Well, the OCS says we already have 10 Master Kush SKUs. We don't need another one.
Right.
You could have the most fire Master Kush ever. It could be testing great, whatever. That's not the point. And also it has to do a lot with brand recognition as well. So if you don't have a strong brand behind you and all that marketing push to really...
They're not going to let you put out a Gelato 41 because somebody else has already put one out.
Exactly.
And they're like, you're not riding that coattail.
But if you want to, play, then you call it something, interesting and, again, like...
Cuban links.
Whatever, exactly. So you can have your names and stuff like that, but I think it's important, if you're doing that, be transparent about it. So that's fine. Like, I'm fine with it, but if I should be easily able to find out what strain that actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
So
be,
is there
be a
any?
mystery.
It shouldn't be a mystery. Is there any regulations on what you can call a strain? Because I'm seeing like they're talking about how we can't have flavored blunt wraps We can't have flavored papers, but we have 37 different flavors of fucking vodka. And we've got sherbet, gelato, cookie cake, and all of these mostly baked in ice creams for some reason. Sugar strains in the market, but like I thought the whole idea was not to appeal to kids.
Yeah, that's interesting. No, that's an interesting take actually. But no, I agree.
So did they give you regulations? Like, can you call it fucking, as long as you don't infringe on somebody else's intellectual property, you can name it whatever the hell you want?
Well, there's, you haven't seen a God's vagina, have you? Remember that strain?
Yeah, I mean.
Or a green crack. Or
so
a
you have
green
to,
crack God. You can't do anything weird like that.
They'll reject that.
Yeah. Like, man, like.
It's like license plates.
I wanted to go full provocative. Like, and I mean.
Yeah, like the pussy chips.
Did you pass him that blunt?
Yeah. And then I bull-guarded the rest of it.
I was like, yo.
Man, I smoked
I brought that shit for you guys.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
I smoked like 3 of those.
This guy's a stoner, bro.
No, that's good. That's good. Smoke.
So that's one of the questions that I have is, they make you submit it, and they're allowing certain names and not other names. That's fucked up. So that does get to my point. The government is double dipping on this whole system in Ontario, at least.
Yeah. I don't know if you've heard about all that, the whole percentage thing, and
No, this is why you're here.
Okay. So, at the current moment, it's about, for the OCS, about a 50% markup, I believe. So
if I see a gram of hash rosin at $40 in a store on a retail level, because I'm the retail person.
Before or after tax?
That's before tax.
Okay.
So the government's getting 13% on there. There's a split provincial federal on the sale of the marijuana. 13%. Boom, 13 points. The OCS is selling that to the dispensary, and they're paying you. So the dispensary is buying it, who knows, $30. Maybe the dispensary's making $10. Maybe they're making $15. But you're saying that gram of hash rosin in theory is getting like $15 to the producer, $15 to the OCS, $10 to the retailer type of deal.
Yeah, and then that doesn't factor in our costs to produce and make that product.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So the OCS is standing here, they're taking half from you, then they're selling for a profit. So they're taking from this side. They're taking from the producer, they're taking from the dispensary, and they're taking from the consumer with their taxes. So I accuse the government of double dipping. I can do the math. These motherfuckers is tri-dipping.
This was the system that they purposely made everyone have to agree to. You want a system, it's going to be in our favor by so much. And it's the only game that you could even play right now.
But then these assholes want to wonder why the gray market's turning back to the black market. Why would anybody want to play? That's like going to a casino.
Bro, the average person cannot get black market weed.
Well,
it's over. You and I.
Oh yeah. That's a fair point. I didn't even think about that.
Bro, trust you, me, Owen, we can all get black market weed because we know black market people who are growing quality weed that we would smoke. The average person, you're fucking Joe White going to work every day, who just enjoyed cannabis in high school and now he's getting back into it when he couldn't find black market cannabis if he tried.
Yeah.
He'd have to go to some high school or some shit.
Yeah.
Like adult weed, like to find weed as an adult, unless you are in the community or know someone.
It's weird how that works, eh? How you lose. Yeah.
It's over, bro. Legal weed is completely so much more convenient.
Unless you're going to throw money in the air on the internet, which is never advisable.
Never buy weed off these crazy websites because they just get picked off left and right, man. And now, man, bro, you're better off buying $60 fucking ounces or half ounces off OSC, whatever the fuck OCS.
Well, I mean, the OCS's real competition at this point in time is, and the driving factor of the black market is the reserves.
That's
bro, it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even deal with reserves. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Is it just too far?
Too far, and this never. Okay, bro, this is gonna come off. I need more knowledgeable back and forth if I'm buying marijuana in ounces.
Well, you sure as fuck ain't getting that at a dispensary at the OCS.
Bro, OCS is the worst, obviously, online. But listen,
Like even in person, bro. If you, I should have videotaped the conversations I had with these people. You can adjust that if you need to.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Oka. I went to Oka, Quebec. They have some of the craziest indigenous dispensaries you can ever imagine. It's like a whole 3 kilometers, 11 kilometers. I don't know what the fuck it is, and it's just dispensaries.
It's really fucking cranking,
bro. It was just teenagers working there, and that was infuriating. Bro.
You're really, really insulting Reese right now.
Owanina.
Oneida, isn't that how you say that?
Hey, you're right.
Anyway, so these motherfuckers, your quarters, you said Artiznl, they're gonna retail at the OCS around $60.
Yes, correct. After tax.
After tax for a quarter.
That's not bad.
Which is reasonable. That's like pre-prohibition $60 quarters.
Bro, that's what I was paying.
Right? If you're buying a quarter,
I never complained when I bought a cube for 60 beans. No. I liked it more at $45.50. That was my homie price.
Yeah.
That I love that price. Yeah, because I fucking sent 20 guys to my dealer over 10 years.
Yeah.
That stayed, I love that.
But I think back to the point is that of that $60 on the far end of the scale, you're lucky to see 20 of that. So if the government wasn't fucking around in the middle, that would still be a $30, $35 half quarter on the retail end.
If you could sell directly to the buyer, what would your price range be for a quarter?
Yeah, like realistically, you could double up what you're getting now and still probably be way under. Like, because this was a great question that you say that, because somebody said to me, the price of weed should be this much. And I think it's really fucked because at the end of the day, it's a renewable resource. It's a cash crop. Yeah. And if anybody could produce as much as they wanted, any farmer anywhere, the fields in fucking Saskatchewan,
the price of marijuana would come down.
The price of marijuana would be what it should have been 100 years ago before prohibition inflated it through the roof.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put our question on hold one more time. Somebody pointed it out once great to me. He goes, what's an ounce of strawberries? I go, I don't know.
This is what I'm getting at. What's a cob of corn?
That's right. He goes, what's an ounce of strawberries? I go, I don't know. He goes, it's like $7. I go, you think so? He goes, yeah. You know what? How much is an ounce of weed? I was like, yeah. He goes, if fruit costs as much as marijuana, it would be we wouldn't be able to eat fruit.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of deal. We just need to let people grow it, man.
Well, this is what I made the point. And again, like, you are the person that's living depends on this commodity. If the restrictions weren't in place for you, you would also be able to create more. You would be free to grow different strains that they are restricting you right now to only certain things. I know that's a truth, right? You can only have certain times to bring in strains and certifications on seeds.
It's 4 times a year.
Wait up.
It's 4 times a year.
I need you to elaborate. I need you to elaborate on that, Owen. What do you mean? There's only certain times a year you can bring in what?
That's what I mean. It's the product call. So once you have the product call, you can put it in. The OCS says yes or no. If they say no, you wait another 3 months for the product call until you can put something in.
But if you as a LP, say you're like, damn, I just saw this strain pop off in Humboldt and it's orange creamsicle, that's probably a real strain and I didn't even mean it to be. But,
that is a real strain.
And you want to get that strain. As an LP, you have to go through crazy hoops to get that strain legally into your grow.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
seeds have to be certified, they have to be sent away and all sorts of shit, right? Explain that.
So, yeah, I've done a couple of those actually because, my situation, I'm running an LP, but we didn't build it from the ground up. We're renting the space and we're kind of partnering up with this LP that's kind of, they're just kind of out of the cultivation business, right? They realized how hard it is. They didn't want to do it anymore. And we were consulting for them for a year anyways. That was another... should have added that, but yeah, we're consulting for a bit, and then they didn't want to cultivate anymore, so they were like, "Hey, you guys want to take this on?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's rent it." And then that was about a year ago. So
right,
so getting in my genetics, that was a kind of a struggle, and that's kind of why we came out with the strain that we did at first. Anyways, they had a lot of strains there, and we were kind of like, that's the only one I would ever grow, right? They had like 15 different ones, and I was like, okay, that one could probably work. And then in the meantime, we knew some people in Alberta that were doing a new license. And that's the only way you can bring in new genetics is through a new license.
Right.
So they were getting a micro license. We said, hey, take our beans. I had beans I've saved for years, right? Years and years, box them up, send it out to them. They declared it. send it back to our facility through the system now.
Right.
Wow.
Right. And I'm doing another one of those with my buddy who just opened up a micro. Shout out Dave, Trichome Hills.
Trichome Hills.
Okay. See, so again, back to my point is that as a commodity, to grow a stalk of corn, you know, you get a dozen corn off it, maybe, right? A dozen corn's $6. If you, as a farmer, and weed could just be anywhere, cash cropped. That's me actually this time, dude. Wow, I'm fucking up my own show. Cash crop, the price would plummet, but would it actually adversely affect the market? Or would it only take the people out of the market that are only in it for the wrong reasons? Because at the end of the day, if we expect the farmers of this country to grow fucking potatoes and lettuce and fucking radishes and, you know, motherfucking tomatoes and shit like that and live off of that, why is this one other commodity inflated to the price right now where the price that you pay for a gram of hash rosin on the OCS is equal to fucking gold?
I wouldn't care if every radish farmer switched over to cannabis tomorrow.
There'd be less radishes.
Straight the fuck up. Radish goes on 3 salads I have a year, and that's about it.
They taste like dirt to me.
Bro, those little shaved slices of radish on
I
a
hate
buzzing
that
salad. You have at a fancy restaurant once or twice a year.
I pick those off.
Yeah, I don't need them either.
Nah, fuck that. They're staying in. There's not enough Italian dressing to make that good.
I know we have a lot of radish farmers that listen to our show. If you're listening right now,
Canadian Radish Association.
Just switch. You mean the CRA?
Yeah.
One of the most famous associations in all this country, the CRA, Canadian Radish. You're like, dude, that's the radio. Nah.
WBLK, New York.
WBLK here live on 95.75 or the Snackman and Reets. Throwing it back to Owen here. Owen.
So getting genetics in is a once at the beginning, which kind of pins an LP in a position. If you can only get it you can only bring in your own things at the start, and then you have to rely on everybody else giving you things within the system, and then fight the same people that you got the stuff from to get the SKUs into the system to fucking sell the product.
You got it,
bro.
It's a headache. Trust me, man.
I'm so lost. I'm like, that is exhausting,
right?
Yeah.
Right. So how do you compete if you have it? It'd be like there's only so many car manufacturers, and you all have to sell those cars, and you have to buy them from this person. You can only sell them for this fucking much, and you have to different brand all of them and confuse all these motherfuckers into thinking they're not all fucking Chevys.
It's an agreement that was made while people were starving for it. You know, it was like, Do you know what
they would take anything.
Give us legal weed. All right, you want legal? Yeah. All right. Everything is in their court. Everything is winning in their court. It passes through their hands. They tax the motherfucker.
So who's the fucking hater then? Me or the government?
You're not a hater. The grower's not a hater. We were all at the mercy of the lawmakers and the legislation makers of the time. It doesn't mean that these things aren't going to evolve, but I also know...
Well, they have to.
Bro.
There's people like Jack Lloyd that are fighting for edibles and stuff. You know what I mean?
You got guys coming in. Oh, and the weed that you came in with today, bro, you grow that?
Yeah.
Can I see some more of it? I'm going to talk about it live on the...
I think it's important because...
This is LP weed, guys. Okay?
Because...
And I'm going to do a quick thing. If you know me, you know that I've reviewed over 100 legal strains on my show sesh on YouTube. I'm just going to talk about this quick, okay?
Do your thing, chicken wing.
This is legal weed, guys, that I'm checking out right now. I'm going to grab the best nug. Just some ginormo fucking nug. I can take my glasses off and everything. First of all, unbelievable. Grown right to the end. It's like little bubbly nugs of nug at the end. So firm. And it smells great, guys. Like, I don't know what more we could want from these LPs. It's not them that's growing bad weed. It's not them that's giving us bad prices. Like the Snackman's saying.
We can get into that, why there's so much old weed in the market.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk
biomass.
About that? Yeah.
What's biomass? Like just sitting there like it's just not moving?
Well, this is the thing, right? So some of these people get their SKUs in and whatever, and they're growing a bunch of weed for the SKU, right?
Right.
And then the OCS does a purchase order, and it's not as big as anticipated.
Yeah.
Right? So they sit on it for a little bit, and then They got to send it to other LPs who put it into other SKUs, and it moves around. Like I've seen 2-year-old weed be sold out of facilities. You know what I mean?
2-year-old weed, so it's just been sitting in a box in a warehouse somewhere.
Exactly. So the best thing to do is get your SKU and like grow a little bit, figure out how much the OCS wants, but also they ask how much you can provide. So it's really smart for you as an LP to really only put so much in. Don't say too much, don't say too little, because they might take too much, and then you have a lot of LPs and stuff like Carmel ran into this. I think Strains ran into this as well.
Right.
That, you know, the OCS was buying so much because their first load was big, but then they couldn't grow enough to fill the next load. So now they're looking to other places.
And this is where these rebrands come in, where these LPs aren't actually growing some of these strains because
terrible.
because they have the SKUs in, or they have the brand recognition that the OCS knows that they're selling. Right? Because that's where it comes down to marketing. The OCS knows what SKUs are actually moving, what's being reordered by these dispensaries, and they're going to obviously gravitate towards that.
That system's automated.
Right.
Wow.
That whole system is automated. So like they will reorder based off of like
purchases.
Purchases.
But wouldn't you?
That's
You're fucking stacking up a store for sneakers. You're not going to put a bunch of Jordans in that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Are you just going to, like, you know what I mean?
Sells,
You're going to put the sneakers that sell. You're going to have...
Carmel was the first company when legal weed came out that everybody was talking about. I remember right away, people were like, oh, you got to try Carmel. You got to try Carmel. You're paying $40.
Black market, I think.
Black market. I had the fan pack.
Did we smoke this, or did we smoke something else before?
No, you smoked the other
That was the blunt.
Can we try this?
Yeah, for sure. I brought it for you guys. That's all for you guys.
So...
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Roll it up, Reets. Let's actually get into it.
I'm like overly gentle. I'm like, can I roll this? You're like, yeah, bro, that's what we're doing.
So, and this is the point is that in order for this system to work fairly for everybody, my end of it and your end of it, it needs to be fair in the middle. And from what I'm gathering right now, the shit ain't really fair,
dude. And you're chill about it because you're like, this is all I can do right now. This is what it is.
I mean, I guess you really can't have any other perspective, right? Like, we can't go to
pissed.
war with the government,
Or can you?
No, I have my opinion, and like it's.
Now, does it work in other provinces like this, or have other provinces adapted to other methods?
So Saskatchewan is interesting.
Okay, let's talk about Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
You can sell directly to the dispensary. I can directly sell to a dispensary in Saskatchewan if I want to. Only thing is, as an LP, you have to have the marketing capacity to send people out to Saskatchewan, hire people in Saskatchewan.
Reps to go to the dispensaries and go there.
That's a little bit more difficult. Like again,
that's a job I should actually have. Could you imagine if I showed if my job was to go around to dispensaries around the country and be like, this shit's actually good?
I'm not gonna lie. I had opportunity land in my lap.
Yeah.
From big concentrates at the end of COVID.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yo, we know that you're getting back to work.
Yeah.
And if you need some extra work,
right.
Comedy's super slow right now, we would love to have you rep our brand and go out and talk and sell. And I was like, dude, you know, it's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
Have your boy Reets show up, it would be a big deal. People would be like, wow. I mean, like,
yeah. It's like, it'd be sending.
But I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a guy who sold weed.
Yeah,
I
would have to have a long, hard look in the mirror, and it would have to be for the right person.
Bro, you get cake. I know some of those dudes cake.
Yeah. So, in order to sell directly in Saskatchewan, does that mean that the price of your quarter in Saskatchewan is cheaper?
Yeah, can be.
It can be,
right? But like, obviously, there's LPs who exploit that.
Right.
Like, and they also want it to be the same everywhere, right?
Yeah.
To some degree.
And also, like, they're logistically to get the weed from Toronto to Toronto costs a heck of a lot more than to get the weed to Saskatchewan. So there is some sort of logistics in there that would increase the price, I guess. And I think that truth be told is that because of the way the model is right now, see, alcohol and beer in Ontario monopolizes all of this stuff. They're very good. One thing that we do well is monopolize vices, it seems like. Gambling, alcohol, tobacco, all of these things.
You know, I'm down, bro.
But you used to have to go to a beer store. You go to a liquor store. The price, if I'm not mistaken, at a beer store in Timmins wasn't more than the price of a beer. Like the beer was the same price across the province. But if you go into dispensaries, and I think it's the competition of not having the beer store versus the beer store, there is a little bit of competition at the wrong end of it all. After the OCS has got their grubby fucking mitts on some of the money.
Grub fucks.
The competition is that in the more remote areas, the prices of things seem to be a little bit higher on the retail end than in the smaller, into the more metro areas where there's more competition, more places. A place like, this past week I was looking for that gram of hash rosin that people may have seen me smoke on the story, and it varied $3 to $4. And then I called one place in the same town, and it was $19 more for the same product.
So this is interesting too.
It's all going to be interesting. That's why you're here.
Owen LP, baby.
That's right.
So if you noticed, it's a lot cheaper at the bigger chains, the chains that you see more of, and kind of
Value Buds,
for example. And their whole business model from the start was, we have a lot of investors.
Yeah.
We got money to spend.
So
we're gonna sell it for the same price we buy it. So that was their whole thing. They're not making any money.
It was the first place I ever saw sell like at a wholesale price when weed was legal. I was like, man, what? You selling an ounce at $80? Like, how? And then, yeah, I got that. They had their own weird business model, ready to go. And now they're everywhere.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know if they've upped their prices finally or
they're probably making $1. Yeah, now it's like those guys make nothing.
Yeah, but if that's a business, that's a Wolf of Wall Street business move in a new emerging market, is just run as thin as possible so nobody can compete with you till there's nobody left.
But bro, Value Buds does their job. Like, I'm not going to complain as a consumer.
It's like the Royal Rumble, man. You just got to keep throwing people over the top rope till you're the last one left in the ring, and then you can get whatever the fuck you want for the weed. Then Value Buds is like, it's $5 more. Now we're trying to profit.
Value Buds in Wasaga Beach, and none of the stores can even compete.
So ironically, that gram where I ended up buying it was Value Buds.
Yeah, no kidding. You ended up buying it at
They should be giving us a fucking plug.
Bro, because they got the cheap wheat. And shout out Hollandaise, Wasaga. Hollandaise is good people. They're my friends. But fuck, bro, how you gonna compete? How you gonna compete with an $80 ounce of decent weed?
So
You're not.
Can you, as a consumer in Ontario, buy from a Saskatchewan dispensary, like mail order?
I don't think so.
No, you get blocked out.
Interesting.
OCS only, but those guys are fucked, man.
But I'm sure you could find a dispensary that
would send it to you.
That would do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, because
there's definitely ones in Ontario that do that.
You're gonna continue. You're gonna.
Value Buds.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm just throwing Value Buds back under the bus. But Tokyo Smoke.
To put the comparison back to alcohol though and beer, Mike, you know this. You go to Ottawa, everybody goes across to Quebec to get their beer. They go to Gatineau. Because the price of beer is much cheaper in Quebec. Yeah. So on the flip side, I do a lot of traveling in the U.S., as everybody knows. And there's this weird American fucking conundrum going on where weed is legal in certain states recreationally and medically, but federally it's not legal at all because the federal government is fucked. And then you have certain states where it's really still strict. Like Ohio, like Pennsylvania. And you have bordering states like Michigan and New York, where New York has the same smoking laws as Ontario. You can smoke a joint anywhere that you smoke a cigarette in New York State. You can now their dispensary system is archaic and it's a few years behind ours, but you can go to the reserves. Reserves have tons and tons and tons of quality product. Ohio is illegal. If you go, or even Pennsylvania, if you go to New York and you buy weed legally and you get caught in Pennsylvania with the weed, you are better off to say that you bought it illegally in Pennsylvania than you are to say that you bought it legally in New York
and brought it across
the state lines, because you've broken federal law by bringing the marijuana across the state line.
Holy shit.
Which we don't have in Canada. I know that because I've traveled with weed on planes and so forth, right? It's ours is federally legally. Bro. Thank God.
Imagine you couldn't fly across Canada. Quick story about that. Quick story about flying across Canada with weed. Last week I was in Montreal. I brought my weed. I had probably about 20 grams. I have it in my jar. In my Reets jar. I got my logo Reets jar. Bro, I get stopped because of my grinder. I have a big metal grinder.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy stops me from my grinder. He opens up my weed case. He sees everything. And it's this old French guy. I swear to God, bro, I'm going to try to do an impression for the camera. So imagine I'm standing right here. This guy's looking through my bag, opens it up. No sharp objects. No. Opens up, sees the weeds. Huge smile on his face. Right away, and he goes, souvenir? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, okay, not a problem. Enjoy your flight, sir. And I was like, cool. What a funny thing to say. Souvenir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I get, yes, sir. Just the way that he like laughed, like, yes, marijuana. That's what it is. I think I love you. Yeah, shout out flying across Canada.
Yeah. Those are all for you, man. Go ahead.
Thanks, man.
Sorry, I should have said at
Shout
the
out
beginning.
Liquid Death.
Shout out Liquid Death, keeping us fresher. So the reason I asked that is because if other provinces had their shit together, they would compete with Ontario if you were able to buy your, like, because right now in theory you could drive to Quebec, buy cheaper weed if it's cheaper in Quebec. I don't know if it is or not. You could tell me.
It's not. I don't think it
Quebec
is.
is mess. They're
even worse,
bro. That is the literal worst place to be for buy illegal weed.
Yeah, they have like a SAQ type thing, or how's the legal weed in Quebec work?
They have no dispensaries.
Okay.
And it's just, I think they're all SQDC stores, which is the version of the OCS. So they have those stores everywhere. And the people that work there are not allowed to talk to you about the weed, not allowed to tell you anything. You can only go in and buy it. And it's like very plain, like it's like scary. And they're very like strict on like the weed laws there and like where you can smoke and shit like that too. It's like, also you can't have anything over 30% anything.
And you cannot smoke in the streets.
Yo, I smoke everywhere I go. I don't give a fuck, bro. If I'm in a red state, I'm in Florida, I'm in Indiana.
Cop gave me shit. I'm on St. Catherine smoking a joint. And he stopped me. He's like, hey, you can't smoke that on the street, buddy. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm not from here. He's like, yeah, no, well, you can't smoke on the streets of Montreal, okay? You cannot. You have to find somewhere to smoke. I'm like, where? He's like, I don't know. Go alleyway. I'm like, what the fuck? It's still the streets.
You're like, it's not a needle, bro. What the fuck?
Alleyways, like piss-stained alleyways. This is where I'm smoking
Go
weed.
do your drugs in the alleyway.
Yeah,
Take
like
your
just get off the fucking main street.
Take
The
your
tourists are
fucking souvenirs out of here, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Told me
funny.
that I couldn't smoke on the street. Didn't give me a ticket or didn't even
No.
harass me.
I mean,
As soon as I talked, he was like, oh, yeah, one of you fucking outside.
one of you people from Ontario where you can smoke anywhere. And you know what? Just because you can smoke anywhere doesn't mean you should. I was at the Tall Pines Music Festival last week, and it's an outdoor music festival. And being the respectful person that I am, I went over to the security because, you know, I'm looking around. I said to Deanna, I'm like, oh, where are you smoking here? We're outside, you know, like normally that means you can smoke anywhere. So I went over to security. I was like, hey, like, where do we smoke? And he goes, you have to leave and go outside to the street, and then you can come back in. I was like, hey, sick. So, you know, I go out the gate. I don't just sit right out in front. There's a bunch of people smoking cigarettes like right out in front of the gate. Yeah. I go off to the side into the like grass over by the trees, and I smoke my blunt.
You would say that you went into the Tall Pines?
I actually made that joke on the story. Yes, I went into the Pines. I felt like I was in high school. I went into the Pines and had a little puff. But, you know, just because you can smoke anywhere doesn't mean you should smoke anywhere. I think everybody can agree with that.
I don't agree with that, bro. I get high everywhere, bro. Little kids around, high. Little mamas around pregnant, high. Little blind people with smelling sensitivities, high.
Mike Reed is smoking with kids in the car.
Indigenous reserves, high.
Extra high.
Extra high.
Extra high.
If I'm in Oka, baby.
Oka. Shout out on Oneida. So
Juanita.
So if other provinces, if it's cheaper for you, it's just so weird. Like, then you have no real, as an Ontario company, no real vested interest in actually selling your product in Ontario, other than the fact that Ontario is kind of one of the in Vancouver, like metro areas in Canada, because you can get more for it as a producer selling it directly to a dispensary in Saskatchewan.
Pretty much, yeah. And then also there's the medical system, which we also sell our weed on, and we can...
That still exists?
Yeah,
Are you crazy?
It's great.
Bro.
I think that's what Ghost Drops is doing.
Yeah, bro, my brother-in-law's union.
Okay, I was going to say, what?
He's a construction worker, but whatever the fuck. Yeah. These guys get like $2,500 worth of weed a year on the house. And you know what they do? They just all buy like those fucking drops. Those
Ghost
cards.
Drops, yeah.
They just get ripped, bro.
They get the cookies and all this really crazy overpriced shit.
Bro, and then they run out by like July. Like they run out their fucking $2,500 because Starseed and all those companies are fucking overpriced. But yeah, Starseed off of weed though.
What strain is it?
Slurricane.
Classic.
You're gonna have to name it something else though, because there's 45 of them on the OCS, or how's that work?
That's an interesting story. There's, I don't know. I don't know if we want to get.
You want a
into
doobie?
that. Yeah, I'll take one, man.
I want to get into anything you want to get into, dude. I won't force you into a corner, but if you want to talk about it, this is the place to talk about it. Because
This is one of the most serious podcasts we've ever had.
I mean, we had a girl that smuggled 2 kilos of cocaine last week.
Yeah, it's pretty serious, man. I'm not even gonna try to be a competition to that. That
No one's
was
gonna
fire.
beat that
That was
one.
the first episode I watched, actually.
No, yeah?
Yeah. Because I was just like, okay, let me check this out.
See what this is.
Yeah. Because I don't really. I'm one of those fucking weirdos who doesn't like. I drove all the way up here, no music. Like I'm just one of those kind of
Right.
people. Yeah, like
Just thinking.
exactly.
Straight thoughts, bro.
I was like, yo, let me just put on a podcast, something chill, and then let me check it out. And I was like, yo, this is going, guys.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I no.
It's a real. We do pretty good. People
No,
like us. It's just so
great,
fucked
man.
up. This guy just kind of started this because he was like, "Yo, you want to start a podcast?" Like,
I just needed an
No,
outlet
too
to.
perfect, dude. It's perfect.
I just
funny.
needed an outlet to express some of my opinions more fluently in
And
a
I don't.
longer
I
format.
got no opinions. I just want to get high and have a laugh with some peeps and get the fuck out of my house. I'm like, yeah, all right. This is about it, man.
Well, I think that the big thing out of this conversation that we've had is that
the government is the one fucking you.
yeah, the government is the one fucking not only the people that are losing their life savings opening dispensaries and not being able to compete with each other.
Man.
You know, they're running like it's at the point where really in reality, again, there needs to be better designation because they're running the people that'll grow the weed out of the market with companies that only do marketing.
Dude.
That's what it is.
I was gonna give a quick shout out. This weed is fucking dank.
It is very good.
Thanks, guys.
Dank, bro. Just nice, easy smoke. Really terpy. I mean, let me see if I can put my finger on the terps. We got a lot of shit going on here. Holy fuck. Honestly, man, drugs have ruined my brain. In my head, I'm like, this has a light cocaine. This has a light cocaine sweetness to it. Only found in the aftertaste of cocaine and crack. The sweetness of drugs have ruined my life. There's almost like a nice leather to it there, bro. I
just like that I'm not choking my fucking ball sack off.
Nah, there's a bunch going on here, man.
Yeah, the old weed thing is another thing that really is plaguing the OCS and a lot of these dispensaries because I think you getting stuff that's like, man, the last stuff I got was 4 months old. The stuff before that was like 10 months or 11 months ago has been packaged. It almost seems like these fucks are taking their pounds, kilos, whatever, and packaging it and hoping it cures in the fucking little plastic jar or something. Like, I don't think the process, it seems like it's being rushed to market.
There were some companies that did that, and then they ran into mega mold issues those first few months. Remember, like, how many people were running into mold? Like, they would just open those fucking jars. 'Cause, yeah, a rushed cure will cause mold, but also cause no terp. Any of those Bovita packs, I'm always fucking...
The first legal weed I got was from, I think it was called Weed Box or something like that.
Mine was Lift or something like that.
I treated it like the Supreme drop.
Lift
the first OCS, it was midnight. I treated it like I was copping Supreme 2016, 2015. I was on there.
I bought my own weed on there, bro.
Did you?
Yeah, well, because I was growing for TerraSend and they had the brand Haven
Hey.
Street. So, like, it was pretty...
Haven Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reviewed tons of Haven Street shit.
Yeah, it's not it, man. Trust me. I'm not even gonna try to, not gonna try to shout out TerraSend.
You reviewed Repack.
No good. But, okay. You buy your own weed, huh? How fucking weird is that?
How long did it
was
take to
weird.
come?
2 weeks.
Yeah, see, I was order number 42, I think.
Oh,
Bro.
damn, bro.
No,
I treated it like a Supreme order.
I was like 1,000. And
Yeah,
No, I was number 42.
800, 360. But do you guys remember those early numbers?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. You're like, wow, I'm only over 800 and something
Yeah,
like,
that's
whoa.
crazy.
Yeah,
It was insane.
I had
remember.
my weed in I think 3
Bro, you
days or
think
4
you got-
days.
You think you got...
I know my order.
40s?
I know my order was number 42 because I remember being like, yeah. But again, I treated it like a Supreme drop. Like I was on there. I knew exactly. Boom, 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 boom. And the first weed that I got, I remember doing the review on my old page before Rare Snacks was really popping. And I did it on my other Instagram page. And I opened it, and it was, first of all, it was trash. Second of all, I found a seed in it. And at that point, I couldn't remember the last time I found a seed in weed.
Shout out seed weed.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like legal weed? The first pack of legal weed that's just stupid fucking over packaging, which is a whole other problem I have with it.
Oh, I have a really good story about over packaging.
Oh, hit me with it, man.
Oh, bro.
Dude, it's ridiculous the packaging it comes in.
Sorry, Terrasen, bro. You guys are getting it today.
Give it to them.
Yo, so
We're greasing him up with his own weed, and now he's getting loose.
Grease. We're greasing you up with your own weed, and now you're like, you know what? Remember that guy who shouted out Daryl Spinktenberg?
Dude, those headphones are like a Rubik's Cube. You'll be there for an hour.
I'm so sorry, man.
But no, so I was working at Terrasen, and like most LPs, we had some money, man. We just got some money.
Naturally.
Right? And they had this brilliant idea. Yo, we're going to make a diamond-shaped, like, glass jar. Right? Instead of growing really good weed, instead of like listening to the growers and we're like, yo, we need new lights, yo, we need to buy this nutrient, we need to do this, we need to do that. And he's like, no, we don't got money for that. I'm like, that's bullshit.
We're gonna get a square jar.
Yeah, you guys just got investments out the fucking yang.
Yeah, so they want to do this diamond shaped jar, right? And they spent
to put weed in.
And like it was just gonna be like you buy it at the OCS or whatever, and it's a diamond.
These motherfuckers were trying to do Crystal Head for vodka,
bro. We had a work party for it. They had like all the tiers of jars, like the half ounces, this like different sizes and everything like that, right? They buy a $750,000 automated packaging line, get it all set up.
Yeah.
The jar doesn't work in this obviously, right? Like it's a custom jar. They need to have like a custom machine.
Yeah, it needs to be tooled.
Think about that. They spent $1 million designing this jar. Out the fucking window, bro.
$1 million designing the jar.
These are the people that were making decisions at the beginning of the legal weed industry, bro. That's why half of these fucks went out of business. These were the guys that they wanted to tell people they had the mentality that it was easy to grow weed and it was going to be worth fucking shitloads and everyone would buy junk.
Remember when Canopy hit like $40?
Dude, I remember looking at the business guy when I was working in cars and telling him to put money into Canopy at 5 something a share.
Bro, I think it peaked at $40.
I think it hit closer to 50 something.
Did it really?
They fucked me out of 1,000 of those, bro.
No way.
1,000 shares?
1,000 shares at $1.86.
Wow.
How'd they do that?
They just...
You don't have an NDA or anything, right? You can talk the shit?
It's been long enough, I think.
Because they just didn't have the money to pay you out.
No, they definitely did, man. It was just I wasn't talking to the right person. I was talking to the HR lady. I'm like, yo, like, you guys just, like, got rid of my, like, shit. I've been here for 2 years. Like, you guys... I had the shares, but they didn't vest yet because I wasn't there for 3 years. But it's like... I would have stayed for 3 years if you guys didn't fucking can my position. And the only thing they were offering me is like, hey, you want to go work in Tweed, Ontario? They're like, fuck no, know what I mean? I'm not. Shit. Yeah, I wasn't leaving. So, I got fucked out of those shares. And that was like, when that went to 80, I was like, fuck, I had 1,000 of those, man.
I know it hit 50 something at least.
We can look it up. Is that where it peaked, bro?
80. It was like 86 is the highest I think it was. And I remember this because my buddy got the 1,000.
86?
And I was like, sell, dude. I was like, sell. And he's like, I'm waiting for it to go to 100.
No.
You want to know what it's at right now?
60 cents.
60 fucking cents.
Nuts.
It peaked out at 60... What does it say? Does it say at the bottom here? Hi. More about no.
That's so scary to me.
Yeah.
Max. It doesn't say what I'd have to like just scroll along here. It's one of these. It's like 60 right there. It never hit over 70.
Oh, okay, true.
60 something a share.
That's bonkers, boys. I thought it peaked out around 40 something bucks.
No, man.
No.
I bought like fuck. I didn't buy enough. Let's just say that. I did not expect it to do this.
So I remember going in. You got a late Reets? Going into the corporate fucking. He was a business advisor. It was 5 something a share, and telling him to buy it and just kind of forget about it.
It opened at $5 a share.
It was at the beginning. And and this was my logic to him. I said, I want you, and I in his office, I said, I want you to Google what the share prices of Penn Gaming are, of Philip Morris, of Labatt, Like, just pick a liquor brand, pick a fucking cigarette brand,
And
pick a gambling.
Find your average is going to be insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and tell me where all these vices are at, because that's all it is, right? It's just like anything else. It's just a vice. Show me where all these vices are at.
These guys always sit super high.
And they all sit in the $45 to $60 range, you know what I mean? Unless they're like a huge conglomerate. But even then, what they end up doing is making more shares and getting it into that range,
Some
right?
of those companies have great dividend payouts and stuff like that too.
So he didn't take my advice, and then I remember going in when the gold rush, the green gold rush of corporate cannabis, which really was just a money scam, I think, at the end of it.
Are you crazy? It was the greatest scam ever, bro. What's his name? Canopy Growth, Bruce
Linton.
Bruce.
Yo,
bro.
I met that guy, bro.
Creep, huh? Weird dead face, bro. I'm gonna tell you
like fucking Children of the Corn shit.
Yo, we're gonna crush the competition. That's what he came in saying. Like, he was like, we're like, oh, this is a fucking real suit.
Listen, bro. When I met Bruce Lynn, I met him at the Shindig, the big Tweed or whatever, the big Canopy Growth Shindig. They hired Snoop Dogg to headline.
Oh, you were there. I was there too.
Were you there?
I was there too, man.
Dude, I opened up the show at like fucking.
You don't remember
5.
world famous comedian Mike Rita?
No,
He was there.
nobody was in the
Dude,
audience.
I went way later, bro.
Yeah, that's right. But Snoop Dogg was on at 9. I think I went on at 5 or 6.
Okay.
And
My buddy,
it was insane.
who actually passed away.
Shout out, homie.
Shout out, Daryl. He has there's a video on his Instagram still up of him sitting on the stage smoking a joint. Just sitting on the stage, and he just shows the audience and then shows himself. It's a legendary fucking video.
With Snoop performing?
With Snoop performing right behind him. And then he didn't get kicked off the stage for some reason. They just let him do it. It was, I don't know, he just did it, and they just let him do it.
Bro, Bruce Lynn, I met him, okay? I'm in Ottawa the night before. This place is just outside of Ottawa. I don't remember where the fuck it is anymore. St. Mary Falls or some fucking bullshit little town. Smith Falls.
Smith Falls, yeah.
There it is. It just came to my head right now. Bro, I'm in Ottawa. I'm headlining Yuck Yucks. I get there. The ticket lady's like, hey, are you expecting anybody? I'm like, no. She's like, there's a huge corporate guy here. I'm like, how do you know? She's like, he came in with like 20 suits. And everybody was like talking about who he is. He's like the big weed guy right now. I was like, no. And I was like, what? And it was Bruce Linton coming out to watch me perform because he had heard that I was some weed comedian. I swear to God.
Okay.
One of the crazy experiences of my life. I murder beyond belief.
Of course, you're Reets.
Okay, murder. Now that I know all these corporate suits there, I do nothing but closing bits. Everything is
Right.
after the show. I'm in the back room. This guy's so corporate. The lady comes in. Bruce Lynn wants to meet you. I'm like, Bruce Lynn wants to meet me? Whatever, bro. Come in. He comes
Tell him
in
to bring
him
beer.
and like 10 other suits. Wow, we're so impressed. And he's just talking to me like I'm supposed to know who he is. I do know who he is, but he doesn't know that I know who he is.
Yeah. But you're not giving the satisfaction because you're Reets.
Because I'm Reets.
You're
I'm
Reets.
I'm also Reets.
Come on.
You're not gonna get shit, Bruce Lynn.
No.
I don't know if you know. You're in my house right now. You're in down. You're in
You
the
came to
basement of a
see
Yuck
me,
Yucks.
Bruce
love
Linton.
that, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't go to see you. You came to see Reets.
Of course I knew who he was. He was all over business news for like 2 months leading up to this meeting. So I know who he is, and he goes, "We're having the shindig tomorrow. Why don't you come down?" And I'm like, "What's the shindig?" He's like, "Snoop Dogg, you know?" I'm like, "Dude, that's how he talks because he's so corporate. Like it's like an actual corporate guy. Like
Willie
you know
Nelson.
him?
Have you heard of him?
You heard of Snoop Dogg? You're like, shut up, you fucking idiot.
Who hasn't?
We
Like,
all know Snoop Dogg.
my grandma
Don't pretend
knows
like
Snoop
you don't
Dogg.
know Snoop Dogg. Like, yeah, he's from Compton, Long Beach. You know him?
Do you know Snoop Dogg, Bruce Linton?
Dude,
Motherfucker,
like,
name me
yeah.
3 songs, motherfucker.
He's got 2 G's in the dog thing there. But he hired Snoop, and if you know anything about Snoop don't show up for nothing less than like $250,000 minimum. He ain't doing shit. Like he performed for an hour and boogied, bro. But he showed up. Nobody was allowed near his tent.
Yeah,
Like, I could see his tent. I could smell Snoop Dogg's weed. Could not get near him if I tried.
Oh, I met Snoop.
Like 3 layers of fucking security to get to Snoop.
Yeah, I met Snoop.
Was he cool?
Yeah.
He's a big celebrity though.
He
Like,
signed. I have a Snoop Dogg velour suit,
That's
era
so
of
sick.
velour suits, and he signed it for me.
Yeah, he's G. I can see him doing that.
He was a nice guy.
All
It was
right.
red though,
But
which
wait,
was a little.
So yeah, I show up to Shindig. They don't know that I'm performing because I just got added the night before by Bruce Linton.
By Bruce Linton.
Just kind of in a drunken.
You're just a
spiel.
jester for the crown king
Yeah, like, and
of
then I
cannabis.
show up and they're like, "You're not on the list." I'm like, "I'm one of the performers." Bruce Linton booked me himself to like, oh, All right. And I was like, what the fuck? Bro, I've never been disrespected more. I didn't get a pass. I actually eventually got a pass that said staff so that I could get in and out.
It says Brian on it.
Yeah, like, bro, I've never been disrespected more. Like, buddy, I don't know if you guys know, I got a standing ovation last night in Yuck Yucks, and now I'm here to bomb.
This guy came to
On
see
a
me
lawn.
last night, and now you're questioning my fucking...
Dude, the stage manager had no idea where to put me. He just threw me on. He's like, how long do you do? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, can you do half an hour? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. Can put me on while they were switching a band in the back. Like, it was such a classic bad gig. It took them 4 or 5 months to pay me. A gig I didn't even want to do for a guy I didn't even like.
Booked by a guy half in the fucking bag.
In the bag, I must have been 30 lines deep. They were wired, every single one of those rich fucks. Their jaws rocking back. Yeah, come on. You're like, oh my God.
I love the joke you tell about your mom.
Yeah, no kidding, bro. But regardless, finally they paid me. I'll never forget, bro. Longest $1,000 I ever waited for in my life. I didn't even want the gig. Bruce Lynn offered me the money. He asked me what I wanted.
You know, if he was really the fucking king, he would have just paid you in hundos right there before, like, you know what? You need a better manager. If I was your Eazy-E and you were the Cube, I'd be like, man, that's $1,500 right now.
Up before you spray it up.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
$1,500 right now. Reets, I just got you a $1,000 gig.
I'm not even gonna lie. They didn't pay me because they just didn't know. I wasn't in the show budget. I wasn't in anything. I'm just some guy asking for money in a random email. Like, how did you even get this email, buddy?
You should have been like the guy that painted the Facebook, and you should have did it for some stock.
And now he's gone. Bruce Lynn's gone. He's been fired, and now he works God knows where. He doesn't need to work. He got like a $22 million fucking...
Yeah, he cashed out.
He cashed out.
That's what a lot of these guys did. That's, dude, I'm swearing, the beginning of all of this, there was a lot of snake oil going around, bro. Tons of snake oil.
Yeah,
tons of people pumping shit and then dumping shit and being gone with it. And they didn't have no love for the plant. They didn't have no love for the culture. They didn't even have no love for their customers. They were only there for one reason. Harbor 60 on the house. Mm-hmm. Real talk. And that's the problem that I have with legal weed. That's the reason why I rant on legal weed. It's not, you know, and I'm classifying it all together, knowing damn well that it's a system that is going to work itself out because there's people like Owen that are coming into it, and there are people out there that are doing it for the right reasons that aren't just trying to, you know, roll over shit, man. Trying to compete in this system right now and still making a quality product for a quality price is incredibly hard, and that's what we've established here today, right?
Yeah.
It's through no fault of the grower. And then the restrictions on like what you can use to grow and all of that stuff, like they really fuck with you.
It's not as bad as it was at first. There was a lot of things.
They was hiding shit in their ceilings.
Well, yeah, people were because they legal 20 and stuff like that.
They was hiding chemicals in the ceilings to hide away from Health Canada, the LPs, because.
So I was looking at what Bruce Lynn was doing nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he's on tour with Snoop Dogg.
No,
I'm not joking. That'd be hilarious.
He's his opening act.
Yeah, I used to be a billionaire. Now I'm a millionaire. Learn with me, Bruce.
Well, their shares worth 80 fucking cents, so.
Yeah, and you know what, bro? That company was fucked off the top.
Did they produce it? So it started out from a bunch of medical people, though. Because it was a medical company way before, like when it was Tweed, right?
Well, yeah, but like they knew what they were doing, man. They like, come on, in my mind, I still look at Tweed as like the first like recreational legal brand. You know what I mean?
No, they were.
They were just huge. They were everywhere even before it was legal. They were like, you know, they were.
Dude, they were giving licenses to people out like you'd walk out of the fucking Blue Jays game. You remember this? And they'd have like things to sign up for medical licenses and fucking Tweed banners and shit like that. Do you remember that era? Like before rec was legal, but medical was legal, and like there was just like clinics everywhere, and they were just trying to sign up as many people as they could sign up.
Every clinic I knew was some guy doing a Zoom call. At the time it was
they still
Zoom.
do that, man.
It was Skype. Remember the Skype calls?
Yeah, phone calls.
What do you got? Bad back, can't sleep. Yeah, how? You can't sleep like at all? No, all right. like they were also illegitimate. They're like, what? You got what?
And then you look and they're all naturopaths.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
My first medical prescription came when I was in Vancouver. They were like, yeah, just go see this guy, man.
You know what? Vancouver did have one of those walk-up like Venice Beach style guys.
Straight up. Yeah.
Wow.
I did it on a computer. The guy was like, what? I'm like, I have all... Now, I did have all these issues because I'm fucked up, but still. And he was like, all right, yeah, the girl at the front will deal with it. And then I just came back to Ontario and was like, fuck all y'all. Here, check this out.
Fuck all y'all. Get a grip, motherfucker.
Vancouver's always so far ahead. Who are you gonna dedicate the album to, Puffy?
Listen, Vancouver has a legal mushroom shop. Shout out Dana Larson, always breaking the law. That guy's sick. You know Dana Larson?
Yeah, Dana Larson's an OG.
Dude,
he gets respect.
No fucks given. Go down. He'll get arrested right now, pay his own bail, and then fucking shit on you.
Yeah,
talk
shit to you the whole time.
Also,
love him.
A very nice guy. Big Mike Rita supporter.
Love
Dana
him.
Larson.
Love Dana. There was a legal mushroom place in your hometown that got busted recently.
Oh, Fun Guys!
Fun Guys in Wasaga Beach.
Did you see me in the comment section there?
Yeah, I believe I may have. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a quick shout out to the Wasaga Beach community group that doesn't know what to do when Reets hits them in the comment section with some real shit.
He's real bored during the day sometimes.
Yeah, I'm bored during the day. I get bored as a stand-up comic. I work 3 days a week for fuck's sake.
He's doing punches on Facebook.
So this fucking lady posted the other day, how do we get this goddamn mushroom shop closed down? And I was like, lady, you're the problem with society. Your closed-minded views and your shut them down if I don't like them. Like kind of, and I went off. This comment ends up getting like 47 fucking likes. Everyone's loving it. Tons of hearts. I'm loving it. I'm like, the community's behind me. And then, but my punchline in the whole comment was, I wrote this microdosed. And that was it. Like that lady said, dude, shout out to this woman. She sent me a message direct.
Oh, she hit you she slid in your DMs.
What you're saying is incorrect. This is dude, this lady went off. She was like, man, how could you promote mushrooms? You're an entertainer.
You need some.
And in my head, I was like, how can I not promote mushrooms? How can I gatekeep the greatest shit that's ever, like, dude, as a little kid, I'm a weird adult, but I was a weird kid. I had a lot of borderline autistic, like just Reets, not social
flutes
issues.
And stuff.
All kinds of flutes, all kinds of noises, just tooting. Sitting in class, just like, doo, doo. Like, teacher's like, get him out of here. Get him out of here. What the hell's he doing? He's a bird. Like, and then, bro, grade 9, we go on the trip to the zoo, and a friend of mine goes, you want to try mushrooms? I go, what is this? He goes, it's like weed. I go, it's like weed? He goes, yeah, but you eat it. I was like, all right. Nah, it wasn't
like weed.
Dude, changed me forever. On that bus ride from school to the zoo, it was about 45 minutes. Bro, it was like that, you know, when they play the Cream song, bam, 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 bam. And I was just sitting there like, no, whoa. You're like, wow.
Whoa.
It's happening. Like, I can see trails, I can see colors. My hearing is through the roof.
Yeah.
My eye.
You're like that Jerry McConnell thing on My Secret Senses or whatever.
Dude, sick, man.
I'm running faster and everything.
And then, so we get to the zoo. I'll never forget, I couldn't talk to adults. Like, so we you know, you pay your $20 to get in or whatever the fuck. And then the teacher's like, make your groups, meet back here at 3. You're like, all right. And I just never forget, I latched on to one of my homies like, we gotta stay together, bro. I'm shook. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Man, every animal is crazy, but the craziest animal, if you ever been high on mushrooms,
the hippos, bro.
Hippos are good. Any animal that has the human eye. So when you walk up to the animal, you see the human eye. So lions, tigers, they all got human eyes. But the gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans, when you're high on mushrooms, you guys really are distant cousins of mine. Look at you. And they're looking at you, and they're like, look at you.
Reets is watching gorillas pick each other's lice and eat them, and he's like,
oh,
I feel that.
Dude,
you're just like me.
I massage myself, man. Dude, yeah, mushrooms is one of the greats. It'll be legal soon. How long you guys think? 2 years?
It's already legal in some places in the U.S., and if the U.S. is ahead of us, we're doing something wrong. Unless it's...
I'll shoot you over that.
Go ahead, man. They do a few things very well.
Yo.
They do fast food really well.
No.
Guns, they do pretty well.
I disagree with both of those statements.
You don't think they do fast food?
Bro,
fast food is the best in the US.
Fast food I've ever had is in America. In-N-Out is fire.
Dude, there is the best Canadian fast food is an American one.
Five Guys?
All of the best in Canada are American brand. Like, come on.
But there is no Canadian fast food. But I mean,
Harvey's.
fast food in Canada. Oh my God.
Right?
Harvey, listen to the stupid fucking theme song. Harvey's is whacked out Canadian. Barbie Baker Burger. Like, shut the fuck up. Who the fuck wrote that? You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to get a Harvey sponsorship, Bo. I was eating that shit all the time.
Hey, wait.
One
Before
right
we
by
get
the facility.
off track, Harvey's Fire Burger. I'm not lying. Fire Burger, Fire Frings. The Frings, the box of
Frings
fries.
is
good.
are going around right now, eh?
Well, I know. We gotta get Value Buds on the line. I shout
Free plugs out the
bro,
line,
Value Buds with Sega.
Man, we shouted out Swoop a lot, and they haven't shit us.
They shut down. They're shutting down.
Yeah, that's why, because they didn't fucking sponsor the show.
No, not enough people heard. No, it's
The pilot union.
A friend of mine's actually a pilot, and he explained it really well. He was like, "Yo, imagine you work for a company, and their little sister company." Who does the exact same job as you?
Yeah, gets paid half.
Yeah,
and
You're
they're like, you got to
"What?"
do these ones too.
And they're like, and you fly new planes. Swoop planes are brand new,
Yeah.
right off the fucking lot. But you work like a dog for less pay. And they're like, yo, if you work for WestJet and you fly to fucking Cancun, it's like $2,000. You fly WestJet, you get like $700.
Swoop,
Like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Swoop or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly why they just shut down. That was part of the agreement with the pilot union, was they had to
Pilots make
dissolve
cake
it.
too. Shadow pilots, like, you know, I get it. Like 5 hours of work, like $1,500, $2,000. You're like, wow.
Bro,
I mean,
you got to fly a plane.
but I don't want no Yeah, I told Danielle, I'm like, give me 0 disgruntled pilots.
Yeah.
They should be like school teachers. All these motherfuckers should be happy doing a job that nobody else wants. Who wants to fly all
Just
day?
land the fucking plane and we're all good. Give the man
All
his
of us-
fucking money, bro.
Everybody's like, yeah, I would love to fly. Yeah, to a place. You don't want to just fly to the place, to get off for an hour, take a shit, and now fly somewhere else
Yeah,
again.
fly back. Wait for a bunch of fucking people that are assholes to you to fly back. Why do you think they got the locked thing and
Dude,
everything?
I can't even make eye contact with the pilots when they're standing by the door at the end. When you give them the nod, I can't do it. I get shook.
Yeah.
Because everybody else head's like, thanks so much. I'm like, I don't know. I get weird, bro.
Man, they took Carter on his first plane. I told the stewardess. I was
You
like,
went
"It's
to
fine."
the poop deck?
No, they took right up to the front. They were like, "Hey, little man, you want to fly planes?" He's like, looking at it all, and I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be a great job." Thinking to myself, "Man, there's no fucking way you want to fly planes. That's a lot of responsibility. You want to be the weatherman. That motherfucker can be wrong 99% of the time.
You know,
Ain't
it's
nobody
so
calling
funny.
him out."
Like, why would you even need to do the job? Like, you could just use the weather app, the Weather Network app, and be like, "Yo, today's gonna be." It says right here it's going to be pretty cold, and like you don't have to be what's their name? Not geologist.
Well, that's because this is an old job that existed when literally you would watch the news or you bought the newspaper to figure out what was going to happen the
Bro,
next
I was
day.
talking about Danielle with that there's certain old jobs that are not going to be existing.
Shoemaker.
A real estate agent is a job that is slowly. It's too much money nowadays. If a house costs $1 million, you guys make $100,000. $100,000, 10%. What are you, out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do anything. The house is sick. You just have to show it to a guy with money. But back in the day, a real estate agent was a thing because you had to go to their little office, and in their little
had to
office,
take
you had
real
look at a
pictures.
book. Yeah, and you looked at their book, and they were like, "Wow, you went there, you saw the house," and they would be like, "Oh, beautiful home."
Now they pay some kid with a fucking VR glass to do a
Bro.
drone fly through, and they're like,
No
"All right, we'll put up this on
kidding.
YouTube."
You just do a video now. You sit at home. You're like sick. That's why those website companies that take 1%, one buyer agent, one seller agent, 1% each.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, fine. That's still too much. What do you mean you make $10,000 on a sale? You nut. But I get it, bro. I get it, man. But
Yeah.
like $100,000 on a fucking $1 million house is out of this world insane.
I mean, it's at the point where the real estate market was people were buying shit without seeing it anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
This guy always coming after the Asian investors, eh? This guy cannot get enough of Asian investors.
I didn't even say the type of weed.
Wasn't that so funny? When you originally said that, I went through a Rolodex of races. I was like, the black mamba? No, that's cool. The Portuguese pickle? No, that's cool. We'll still spark that.
Do you want to get into my crazy adventure with the deer and shit now?
Wait. No.
Oh, you know about this, right?
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Before we get out of it, everybody listening, if you don't know what kind of weed it is, I'm going to finally say it.
Are you gonna say
I'm
it?
going to say it. Let them cancel me.
Italian bud.
There you go. I guess you can. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Or he wants to say it.
The Korean Kush.
The original KK.
Just trying to, wow, give me some of that KK. All right. So this guy, I'm going to give a quick recap, then you're going to jump into it, okay?
Okay.
Because I want you to just take a breather and
As
know.
long as you start your recap with, you were supposed to be in the car with me.
So I'm supposed to go to watch the Dead and Company with Snacks. But the day before I came back from Montreal, I was whacked out. I didn't want to go. I was all in a bad mood anyway. But listen, so Snacks goes down. He's over there driving a fucking through New York. He gets through New York into Pennsylvania.
No.
What state?
I'm in New York in the boonies.
He's in the boonies of New York. Bro, all I know is that this guy is driving a van with his acid-laced friend, Ronald McDonald. I don't remember his name anymore. Graham Bam. Yeah. And this guy hits a deer. Now, I was supposed to be on this adventure. I was supposed to be in the passenger seat. I was supposed to be stranded on the side of a fucking New York highway. And this guy tells a great story. Now, I'm going to just recap a quick one more piece. You hit the deer. Mm-hmm. You pull over. Mm-hmm. You call the police. Mm-mm. No, you don't call the police yet. You drive to a gas station, and then you call the police.
Tech stop, yeah.
And then Ronald McDonald stashes the green because the cops are on their way. Because the law in New York states that the cops have to show up. Start from there.
I can't confirm or deny any of that part, but yeah. So we're just cruising along the highway, and we're not speeding, and we're chilling. I got it in cruise control. We're trying to make it to Erie, and in the distance, because it's interstate, you can't have your brights on. Just oncoming traffic, right? But in the distance, I see a deer.
You see it?
I see a deer, and I proceed to fucking stop. I'm stopping. That deer goes hippity hippity hop, how motherfucking deers do, out of the way. I think I'm like, oh, sick, but I'm still like slowing down, right?
Yeah.
Well, if motherfucking deer number 2 doesn't come in, bam, out of middle of nowhere, man. And it's just like, all I see is fucking, I saw the deer in the headlights. I saw its face.
Yeah.
I saw it look at me, and I looked at it, and there was nothing I could do. Bam, nailed the deer. Airbags don't go off.
Thank God.
Because I was slowing down. You know, if I had been doing 60 miles per hour, 100, even like speeding a little bit, because I think the interstate was 60 there, 55, that would have been way worse. Airbags would have went off. I probably would have been fucking really, really injured. Both of us would have been. Stuff in the back would have came to the front. All of these things.
Would have been really bad.
Would have been very bad. So I realized quickly that like I hit the deer, but it's not that bad because the airbags didn't go off. So I'm already in the fast lane. I pull over to the side of the road, and I get out and I look and I see that I have one headlight still. The rad's pushed in. This headlight's fucked. The hood isn't bent up. The hood's still somewhat kind of latched. It's secured. I give her a little. Okay, it's secured. I look at Graham and I'm like, we can't stay in the middle of the fucking highway, bro. Like, people are clipping along this highway, just like we were. We can't stay in the middle of the highway. And there's a sign that says tech stop. We had passed, right? So I knew that there was a pullover. So I'm like, get in the car. We got to drive. So I get in the car, we drive, and I pull over to the slow lane. I throw my hazards on, and I drive. And as I'm driving, the radiator's throwing shit up. There's smoke. And I'm just like trying my best to get to the tech stop. It's dinging. The car's fucking overheating. And I'm like, I got to get off the highway. So I get off the highway. We call the CAA, the AAA, because Graham Bam had AAA. And they said, okay, we got to call the state. Yeah. Because you're on interstate. Only certain tow trucks can get you off. And and the troopers are going to come by. So we were like, all right, cool. So we're hanging out there waiting for the trooper shows up with the tow truck basically at the same time. And he's like, second one tonight. You got your license registration? I'm like, yeah, here you go, man. All right, I'll be back with your incident report. And he like looks at the car. He's like, oh, he basically almost didn't hit him. I'm like, I tried to stop, man. He goes, I know, man. And I like, at this point, I'm really beating myself up over like, fuck, man. I tried to stop. I can't believe this happened right now. I tried to stop, and like, it was 11:30 at night. I call the hotel, and I'm like, yeah, we might not make it by 3:00. I don't know how we're gonna get there. We're about an hour and a half from Erie at this point where we're staying that night. And at this point, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. So the police does the report. Tow truck guy's like, all right, yeah, like I can give you a ride to this hick ass town. And I'm like, okay, like, can I get an Uber there or something? Yeah, you should be able to get an Uber. All right, Graham Bam, like, let's go. So he takes the van, and we go to this tow lot. And I try calling an Uber, and the girl picks up the Uber, and it was going to be $120 US to get us to the hotel. And then she calls, and she's like, where are you going? And I'm like, bitch, you picked up the Uber. I'm going to Erie. She goes, oh yeah, I don't know if I can go there because I won't be able to get back. I'll be sleeping. And I'm like, what? Well, let me see if I can get a friend. So this bitch fucked around for 40 minutes and wouldn't cancel the Uber because I think she just wanted to get paid still. Or I don't know how that shit works, right? And so finally, I like get the Uber canceled, but we're still stuck in the middle of nowhere. New tow truck driver comes. And he's like, I live in this other town. It's 20 minutes like in the direction you're going. I'm practically homeless at this point as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you're floating around.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, let's get into another tow truck. So we have first tow truck we were in, the second tow truck. This guy drops us off at a 24-hour gas station. We take everything out of the van that we can. Like we had chairs, we had all sorts of stuff to be on shakedown and coolers. Just grab what we can get, our bags and stuff. Drops us off at a 24-hour gas station. I'm still trying to hit Uber. There's no Uber anywhere. Is there a taxi service? There's no taxi services.
Wow.
So yeah, we're in this 24-hour gas station, and like the police come in, and I'm like, we basically look like the most out of place people. We have a bunch of bags and stuff, and we're just sitting there, and like, I start asking random people, kids coming in. Now we're talking, it's like 12:30, right? And these kids are coming in, and I'm like, yo, you want to make $100? Drive me to Erie, like I'll give you $100. And they're like, who are you, weird guy? Like, no way. Finally, this lady's like, how much? I'm like $100. I'll give you $100. At this point, I'll give you $120. Like,
Yeah,
will you drive me to Erie? What do you need? She's like, oh, let me think. And she like calls her husband. And I'm pretty sure he was like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, you're just going to drive some random weirdos and, like, who is it? Two guys? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But they're offering $120.
right. Yeah. And it's a substantial amount of money still, right? And it is an hour drive, but, whatever. She goes, I can't take you. But what I'll do is I'll drive you to this hotel so that maybe you can get a taxi from this hotel.
They just keep moving you along.
So, and I'm like, is it going to a better area to get a taxi, to get Uber? She's like, yeah, like you're in a bad area here. There's nothing here. This is a college town. Like, you can go here and you can get this. So she drops us off at the hotel. And I walk in. And
what was the name of the town? It's okay. It's going to stop the story too much.
I don't remember, man, because it's traumatizing. But anyway, this nice old lady comes out and she's like, hi, can I help you? And we're talking, it's like 1:00 right now. And I'm like, yeah, we hit a deer. We're from Canada. And they dropped us off here because we need a taxi, but there's no taxis, there's no Ubers. And we're trying to get to Erie for tonight. And I had talked to the hotel in Erie, and the lady's like, well, if you don't get here by 3, like your reservation's canceled, I can't check you in. I'm like, listen, lady, I've stayed there before. Look me up. I'm like, sign the thing. Do whatever you need to do. You have my permission. Check me in.
Check me in as if I'm standing right in front of you.
Yeah,
right now.
do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, look me up previously. You have all my information. I've stayed there. I'm a Canadian. You have my ID. You have everything. Just check me in. She's like, okay, I'll do that for you. Like, I hope you make it. So I'd already committed to the hotel, and it was the hotel we were going to stay at the second night because it was kind of halfway between where the concert was and where home is, right?
Yeah.
So we get to this hotel, and the lady's like, well, what I can do for you is, she's like, come here. Come here. Go to the side. She like takes us to the side, and she's like, come down here. And takes, I'm like, this little lady's like rolling us down the hallway here, and she's like, opens this thing, and there's this like boardroom. Right? She's like, there's a couple couches in here, and there's a bathroom and everything that you'd need. You can sleep in here if you need to sleep in here for the night. You're more than welcome. I'm sure my boss would be fine with that. I'm like, oh, I really appreciate that. Like, thank you so much.
Bro, anything at that point is amazing.
Right? So, but I'm like, is there any taxis or anything? And she goes, well, this guy did drop off this flyer last week, and she hands it to me, and it's like DL Family Taxi. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I call. Again, it's like 1 a.m. at this time, and there's no answer. And the answering machine is like, you've reached DL Family Taxi. We're probably on a ride right now. And it's like, oh, okay, this is interesting. It's like very small town taxi like. And at this point, I had a follower that said, hey, man, like he lived in Buffalo. I'm like, hey, if you'll pick me and drive me to Erie, like you can stay at the night with us. We'll give you one of the beds. Graham Bam said he'll sleep on the floor. Yeah. So you can drive back to Buffalo. Get me the fuck out of upstate New York right now. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to come get you. So like a half hour went by, and then he's like, oh man, I can't. Like I have to be back in the morning. I won't get back in time. Yada, yada, yada. It fell through. So I'm like, all right, I'll call this taxi number again. And I call it, and the guy answers the phone. And he's like, hello. I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? taxi service. He's like, yeah, hello, yeah, taxi. You need a taxi? I'm like, yeah, man, we hit a deer, and we're from Canada, and we got to get to Erie. And he's like, you're in, I think it's called Hendrick, maybe. And it's where he was, and I was like, yeah, I'm at the whatever hotel. And I should have kept all this down, but again, it was kind of traumatizing. I shouted them out though on the story, and he's like, oh, where are you going? Erie. And he's like, oh man, it's like $180. It's $3 a mile. And I'm like, what, man? $180? It was $100 on Uber. He goes, yeah, but they're not picking you up. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've been through that, trying to figure that out. Man, like $100, man. I can do $100. He goes, oh man, I don't know. Like, and you can tell this guy just woken up.
Like, I really don't want to get out of bed.
And I'm like, man,
$100.
I need to get to Erie. You have to help me, man. I just hit a deer. I just rode off my minivan. I got a concert tomorrow.
This guy's a man of God, he says too, right?
And he goes, okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, thanks so much, man. Like, we agree on
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What'd you agree on?
$120 US. Now, at this point, the insurance company had told me, like, take an Uber wherever you got to go. We'll cover it and get a rental. So I'm frantically trying to find a rental car because I still have to get to a show the next day, right?
Not a rental.
Can't find a fucking rental for anything, dude. And the ones that I can find are like $550 for a day.
Why?
And it was only Erie to Erie.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. And like, I'm like, well, that doesn't do me any fucking good to be stuck back here tomorrow for $550. So at 2 a.m., this guy, 1:30, 1:45 maybe,
shows up.
This guy shows up, and I'm like, man, we hit a fucking deer. And he goes, you've got a minister. Oh man, and he was a Latin guy from the Bronx, and he was like, you've got Minister fucking Louis Farrakhan or something like that. Like he had like his name, first name, and his last name, and they sounded so awesome. Lenny Montour or something like that. And he's like, Minister, you can't swear in my taxi cab. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll give that a shot. Forgive me if I do a couple times. So I'm trying to have a conversation with this guy, and Graham's in the back, and like we're just so stoked at this point. I'm like, you need me to pay you cash or whatever? He goes, no. He goes, it's easier. You pay me with your card. That way you can have the receipt that you need for your insurance company. And he goes into how he was meant to help me and how he was put here for me right then and there because he's a very religious man. And he's like, I could tell you needed help, and I'm here to help people. And I've been sent, and I'm supposed to be here. I was purpose, and I'm here for you because
that's amazing.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, like that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. And he drove us all the way to Erie. We had, by the end of it, Mike, I was like, the friggin' shit going on right now is just incredible. Like I could not swear in this guy's taxi. So he drops us off in Erie at 5 minutes to 3 a.m.
Wow.
And I walk in, and the guy's like, Edward. I'm like, yeah, man, all right. He's like, you made it, suit. All right. So I'm like, well, what are we going to do for a ride tomorrow? I can't get a rental car. And I tried all the different apps and everything. It's not happening. And I would have had to get to the Erie airport, which I didn't have a way there. So I go on to Facebook, onto Deadlock. And I firmly believe that you could not do this with any other band.
Other than Deadlock.
Other than the Grateful Dead. Because there's so many people who are Dead and Company. Any different variation of the Grateful Dead family. You might be able to pull this off with Fish, maybe. But the fact that there's so many people traveling places. The number of people that were coming from Canada down to the show because it was one of the closer shows, right? Saratoga was also a close show. So I put on Deadlock, like, hey, man, we hit a deer. We're in upstate New York, or we're in Erie, Pennsylvania. We're headed to Burgettstown. If anybody's coming this way, can you send me a DM? Like, we got money. Willing to pitch on gas, just really need to come through. I don't want this to ruin our show. And the funny part is when I first called my family, the first thing I said is, how am I going to get to the show tomorrow? And they're like, you just rode off the minivan and all you care about is the show. I'm like, well, all that stuff's said and done. I still got a show to get to. Like,
nothing I can do here.
What am I going to do about any of that shit? Like, I got a show to get to. So we go to bed, and I fucking power the sleeping man. I wake up. It was a great breakfast at this hotel. I wake up and I get a message, and it's from this random guy, and he's like, hey, man, you still need a ride? Yeah, I do, man. He goes, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
No way.
This guy and his wife show up. He's like, yeah, man, I saw your thing on Deadlot, but I wanted to basically see if anybody else would help first. And, I wasn't sure if you were a weirdo or, it's just kind of hard these days. And he was an older guy. He's probably in his mid-50s and deadhead. And he's like, all right, man, yeah, hop in. And him and his wife just chain smoked the cigarettes and drove us right. We stopped at their hotel. We got something bite to eat right to the venue. And I'm like, hey, man, like, what do you want for gas? Like, he's like, I don't know, $20. Like, here's 25. Oh, no, man, 25 is too much. I'm like, dude, $25 is fucking awesome.
Please, let me give you this.
Right, yeah. So we get there. We're walking through Deadlot. And at this point, I'm like, Graham, like,
we made it.
We fucking made it.
Yeah.
We have no ride home. We have no way at this point, solidified way home yet. But we made it there, and that's what matters. So we get on Deadlot.
I would hate every second of this.
Yeah, bro. I'm with you, man.
And I'm just like, this adventure is incredible for me. Like, it's forward progress the entire
I
time.
would hate all of this, bro. The unsure, the lack
like, you're like, I'm going deeper into Pennsylvania, and I don't know how I'm getting home.
Yeah,
No
that's
way,
stress,
bro.
bro. But you're a seasoned traveler, so it helps a little bit. Like,
I'm not even letting that car. I'm driving that fucking van till it clanks on the side of the road and blows up until it's a fire that keeps me warm while I wait for the police, bro. You driving it to a stop is already such a red flag to me. I'm
Dude.
like, are you crazy, bro? Drive that thing to the bitter end. It's your only thing.
I thought when the cops showed up that they were going to give me trouble for getting it off the highway. And the guy's like, no injuries, no other people? You hit a deer? He goes, no, man, get it off the highway. You did good. And I'm like, oh, man, because the whole time that I was waiting for the trooper to come, I thought they were going to be like,
hit and run.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what like. They were going to be like, sure, where's the deer? And I'm like, well, fuck, look at all the hair and blood all over this thing. That's definitely not human.
It was Graham Ben.
It was Graham Bam that did it. So we get to the show. We go on Deadlot. We're walking around. The tanks are flowing. I'm like, all right, time to cut loose. Hit balloon. Walking down the side. Some dude walks out. He's in his mid-50s. And he's like, hey, how you doing, man? He kind of looked like Fred Flintstone. This is before he gave me acid. He kind of looked like Fred Flintstone. Told me he'd been on tour since Dallas, and he called himself the Professor.
God, I can't deal with cats like that.
And he's
Where
like,
you at? Where the fuck are you at?
I am in a parking lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the professor?
Yeah.
That's who you think you are right now? You fucking
He was a teacher, and he was on holidays for the summer.
Buddy, guys like that are lucky I don't walk around stone cold stunning them on these deadlots, bro. You're what? Bam, bam, bam.
And he's like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, man, we hit a fucking deer. We've had a crazy time to get here.
Oh, is this Liquid Acid Jones?
Yeah. And he goes, you hit a deer? And I'm like, yeah, man, total buzzkill. We hit a deer last night in upstate New York, but we made it here. And he goes, you want some liquid, man? And I have a rule, and it's a bad rule, kids. Tricks are not for you in this case.
Do drugs if it's from an older person.
If somebody 20 years older than you is like, hey, do you want some drugs? Yes, you probably do if you do drugs. If you partake in drugs, this guy is going to have good drugs. Why? Because he's made it this fucking far in life doing drugs. Yeah. So he's like,
that man was 18 years old. He just looked like he was 50. Drugs have ruined his life.
He's self-sufficiently touring across the country watching a band at $200 a ticket.
Self-sufficiently? That man tied his skateboard to a bus.
He goes like this. He just puts.
I don't want to do. Dude, if cream doesn't come to your head as soon as you start getting high, I don't want to get high with you.
So we're walking around Deadlot. I ran into Bob Weir's daughter.
Bob Weir?
Bob Weir.
The golfer?
That's Mike Weir.
Oh, that's Mike Weir.
Bob Weir.
The bass player, the keyboard
the guitarist.
Fuck, I was so close.
You fuck. His daughter's like 20 or 21 years old, just wandering around like a regular person buying hippie shit on Deadlot.
Oh, she's only 20. I was
no
about to say
muckies.
mucky for the boys.
No muckies, no. Very expensive taste, I'm sure.
Muckies for the boys.
Just a little.
Hey, wait. Before you finish, how far are we into this podcast? What time?
We're not even silly yet.
Wow, it feels silly.
You're getting silly, but you got a little time still. So, so at this point, we don't really have a ride home. And one of my followers who lives in Buffalo is like, you can meet this chick. She's an old school deadhead, and she's driving home to Buffalo tonight. You can get a ride with her. So I meet him, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm not trying to hang on to you right now, but like you're my only connection to my only ride home. So we're hanging out the rest of the day. Because first of all, I'm starting to fucking get high on acid, and you're my only ride home as far as I'm concerned. And I was calling them textiles. I'm like, I have a lot of fucking textiles right now, and I need a place to get. You know, when you get really high on psychedelics, you need to get rid of everything that you own. You don't want anything
on me.
No, you don't want no responsibility. You've done acid?
Yeah,
times. You know, like I don't want
phone.
No. I want the bare minimum.
I just want my sunglasses.
Sunglasses, my phone, and like that was it. Basically, I put everything in this guy's truck.
I would
shout out Jay, by the way.
I wouldn't even want my phone, bro. But I guess when you're in that situation, you need it just in case of an emergency.
My phone is my heart at this point because it got me here, and it's probably the only thing that's gonna get me out of here.
Wait.
So. I put all my stuff in his car. We go into the show, and Graham is at this point laying on the ground, hat over his head, I'm sure spinning left and right. And
you're fucking soft, Graham.
Nah, Graham took it very well. And the girl shows up, and she's like, "You're not drinking." I'm like, no, I don't drink. Like, I barely ever drink. She's like, "You're not doing anything?" I'm like, "Oh, a guy dosed me a bunch of liquid in the parking lot at about 3:30, but, you know, by 11 o'clock in this situation, I'm like, I'll be sober as a judge compared to the rest of these fools."
Yeah.
Like,
Wait.
she's like, "Oh, sick, you're driving."
Oh, fuck.
Perfect. No, see, you think, "Oh, fuck. I think I just have to be sober enough now to drive this car." You're depending on me to get home. Now I'm not the person depending on you to get to where I need to go to.
I'm not even kidding, bro. I'm so survival based. I would have kicked that lady out of the car, taken that car to the border, and just fucking made it back home. I would have been like, "I'm out of here. I can't believe you fucked up. You gave me
This
a
guy's
car.
like living GTA
Are you
5.
crazy?" I would have told that lady, "You're being kidnapped for about 2 hours."
Well, there was a guy with her.
Was there?
Yeah.
Well, he
So
gets kidnapped too. I'll pretend that I have a gun. This is America. I might.
Yeah, pretty much. Mike's going to jail. I got home
Fucking
safely.
move. We're going back to the border, and we're a family.
Oh, fuck.
So she gets super fucked up and passes out after the show.
She passes out while you're driving the car, buddy. We really are going to the border right now.
Yeah.
I got lost.
Yeah.
I took the wrong exit, lady.
Graham Bam got lost on nitrous and kept telling me where he was, and I was like, "Listen, Graham, you have two choices. You find me and get in this car, or you're getting stuck in Pittsburgh, bro. I can't go where you are. You need to figure it out." And to his credit, Graham Bam figured it out at the fucking 11th hour.
Graham Bam's like, "I don't knock him out, but what's he trying to do right now?"
He took your spot, and as we were leaving the concert, he said, "That was the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Why haven't I been doing that the entire time? Where is the next show? We need to go to the next show." Holy fuck. And the whole time I'm driving through Pennsylvania hills, just trying to get to Erie with this chick passed out in the back, drunk, and this guy beside me that I met. And this guy beside me kept saying, "What about if you're a psycho like Mike Rita and you're a killer and you're just going to kidnap us and stuff?" And I'm like, "Dude, look at me. I'm driving your car." And now I realize why he was saying that. It's because of people like you, Mike Rita. So moral of the story is when I got to the hotel, she woke up, had a coffee, and
gave muckies for the boys.
She probably would have given muckies for the boys. It's not actually, the way that it was put to me goes, if you play your cards right or wrong, you could probably get some muckies.
Or wrong? Imagine playing your cards wrong and still getting muckies.
That's how it was said to me.
Hey, you were there.
That's how it was applied to me.
Listen.
My sister, God bless my sister, if there is a God.
I was going to say, how did you get back home? Your sister
My
saved
sister drove to Pennsylvania and picked us up the next morning.
Shout out, sis.
So I put $27 worth of gas into this lady's car driving it home. Shout out Maggie. And it ended up costing me $52 round trip, Erie, Pennsylvania to Burgettstown to get to the show and back, Reets. Minivan, last I checked, is over the border.
Where, how?
They went and got it towed. At first, they told me they were going to leave it in America, but apparently they've towed it back to Canada. I went back the next day when Deanna was there, and we got everything out of it. There was a bunch of liquid death in there. You know, I got to take liquid death. There's Great Canadian Meat. There's a bunch of stuff. So I had to get it out of the car, all my belongings, take all, you know what, like cleaning a car out that you've had for 8 years is like?
It's
Going to
weird.
glove boxes. It's an emotional thing, really, right?
Shout out Snacks. That was a wild story, bro.
Bro, and then I came home and went right back to fucking Chicago.
I want to shout out Owen, who sat there like the greatest fucking chill, nice guy and listened to every word of that giant story. Yeah, your weed got us ripped.
That's what happened. But anyway, moral of the story is it's been a great tour and I'd like to go back again. And you know what? The deer thing was wild, man. As it played out, it was real live TV.
Man, fuck that, bro. Survival kicks in. I'm eating that deer, and I'm feral now. I live on the road. I live on the roadside of New York
You
State.
catch some sort of rabid disease, and people are like, "We saw a wolf man through New York State." And it's just Mike
Reets.
Rita.
And instead of howling, I just go.
Could you imagine the confusion because I actually already look like a wolf man?
But it's me who turns into the wolf man.
You should grow out all of your hair like me, and you could look like a wolf man, and we'll just change the podcast theme and
Are
everything.
you crazy, man? I can't. I have weird hair. I can't grow my hair too long. It has to be short all the time. I feel old.
The first puff off that weed's great.
I'll give you a puff. I got a puff for you.
Okay, you want to eat some snacks and do a phone call?
Which one?
So we have some new shit here. So first we got Kit Kat churros. You should probably divvy those up.
I know. I was gonna start off with.
And there's extra ones there for D. Don't fuck around.
In my travel case right now, my snack travel case, I have some of those cheesecake fucking
Lemon meringue. Those comeback snacks are fire, bro. They're insane. She sent more, and I said, make sure you send some to Mike because he gets really upset if he doesn't feel as special as I am. That's how it goes. Okay, so these are Kit Kat churros. They just dropped in America.
These are American?
These are American.
Kit Kat churros.
They'll be on the website as soon as I get them figured out.
All right, first impression.
These
Very hard to open.
They come in all the different sizes. These ones were just the ones I was able to find the share size.
Churro, overrated or good?
It's being heavily used right now for the fact that it's basically pastry and cinnamon. You know what I mean? Cinnamon flavor doesn't have this necessarily the same hit as churro, but
Yo, that's nuts. You know what? Tastes like Dunkaroos.
does, doesn't it? Smells like Dunkaroos
Wow.
too. Right?
I got the terp palate. I got the terp palate. Trust me.
It does. No, you're right. It tastes like a Dunkaroos, like an OG Dunkaroos cinnamon cookie and a vanilla frosting.
Oh my God.
I thought the same thing when I first tried it. It's funny that you came out with that like that because I was going to hold that back.
Bro, these are, you're right. Vanilla frosting Dunkaroo with the white cookie. The
cinnamon cookie.
cookies.
Mm-hmm.
These are, I would have said that these were just okay, but now that you said that, they're absolute fire. This is better than a real Kit Kat.
Man, the Kit Kat flavors are just killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a bad one?
Oh, yeah. I don't bring them here, though, because I have a standard for Mike Rita. I usually tell them when something's trash, but they're the... Yeah, I mean, if you get into some of the Asian flavors, they get a little wild sometimes, and I don't really mess with, like... Man, the green tea, the Canadian green tea...
so good.
I don't like it.
I like it,
No,
man.
see, I don't like
fuck
it.
with it. I don't know.
For the first time...
That's better than a green tea one.
No,
For the first time in our snacks career, I'm going back for a second Kit Kat,
You
bro.
can do that, because,
It's like 10, I know, I'm pumped.
Here, you want another one?
Yeah,
Bro, so good.
That's nuts.
These are nuts. This is better than a real Kit Kat. Kit Kat churro is better than a real Kit Kat. Yeah, I said it.
So, it does taste like a churro, though. Like, they did do well on that.
Oh, yeah, on the churro aspect, that actually does taste like cinnamony, bready churro-y.
Definitely top-tier terps.
Wow. It's stupid good.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gonna give it the rating? You give it the Reets ratio. You you go in the skew.
8.5 to 9.2, depending on... No, but for real, this comes in, ladies and gentlemen. The Kit Kat churro starts at a 9.5. That's how fucking good this is. It's almost perfect. Like, it's so good. If they made this into a cereal, it's over.
It is really good, eh? Remember the cheesecake ones from a few episodes ago?
Oh, cheesecake one.
Bro, from Japan. Unbelievable.
Those are really good.
Kit Kat internationally does crazy shit, man. They're high end confectionaries.
They're giving muckies for the boys.
Kit Kat churro, man. Definite easy nines. Easy nines.
Easy 9s.
Easy 9s.
Yeah.
I'm going as high as 9.5.
Okay, what else do we have? We have Cheetos. We're gonna. Oh yeah. So those are also new in America. Caramel cold brew M&Ms. These could go either way, Mike. These really caramel cold brew.
Cold brew, bro. Coffee, caramel, M&Ms. I'm gonna say this flavor one more time. Caramel cold brew M&Ms. All right. See, America does this shit right.
Snacks.
All right, I'm gonna grab. Oh, okay, guys. It's chewy. I wasn't expecting that. It's actually awful because of the chewiness, but.
You want to do a phone call?
You know what? I guess my idea of caramel is always soft caramel, but I get it. Like a chewy caramel is respectable.
I'm not mad at these. They're not top tier shit, but
No, think about what we just had though.
yeah.
These against what we just had because they're so bitter because of the coffee flavor.
This is like putting Reets at the beginning of the show.
Hasn't been done in years. Some people have done it and it becomes a huge mistake. You never put Reets at the beginning of the show.
Never. You hear that, Bruce Linton?
I'll bury your show. Yeah, Bruce Lynn, you're lucky I didn't bury Snoop Dogg that night.
I'm not mad at these Reets. They're
No,
not
I
great.
am.
They're not.
I'm a hater on M&Ms.
Yeah.
No.
Peanut M&Ms are goated, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
yeah, those are
Peanut
fire.
M&Ms are golden. You know what? The crispy ones are pretty fucking fire too.
Remember those marshmallow ones we had a few weeks ago?
That's all right.
They were pretty good. One of my favorite M&Ms of all time was the coconut ones.
Oh shit.
They were dumb fire.
That sounds good.
You don't do coconut Reets?
Like bounty bars. Those are fire.
Yeah, okay. You do coconut. You do coconut if you eat a bounty bar.
I'm gonna give a shout out to a friend of mine, David Nunes. When we would get high, we would buy the weirdest chocolate bars.
You eating Big Turks?
I would go get.
Pictures.
I would get like a caramel, Mr. Big, and a Reese's. 3 mainstays of Canadian confectionery. This guy would get like a Charleston Chew, a Bounty, and like
3 Musketeers.
yeah. And you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Quassat peanuts.
What the hell are you getting?" What's the one that's covered in peanut? Is it Big Turk? No, not Big Turk, bro. It's
Baby Ruth.
no. It's something else.
Payday.
Oh man.
Payday?
No, it's a green and yellow wrapper. It's,
Oh fuck! What
it's
is that
toffee
called?
and peanuts.
It's disgusting.
Eat more.
Eat
Yeah.
more, bro. Eat
Those
more.
are so gross.
Bro, it was the grossest shit I ever saw in my life. This guy would get.
I like Eat More. I like
Yeah,
Eat
he
More.
loved them.
Yeah.
Bro, I never.
I'll eat it, Eat More.
This guy would. So that was his 3: Bounty, Charleston Chew, and a fucking Eat More.
I'm in
I
on
would always
all of them
look
except
at
the
the
Charleston
convenience
Chew.
store. I'd be like, "Hey, buddy, does anybody else get Eat Mores?" And he'd be like, "I don't think I've ever seen that. Those have been there for 30 years, bro. They never go back."
Yeah, they were always the old fucking dusty ones. For
Oh,
sure.
Eat Mores, bro. Eat Mores.
When we were kids, chocolate bars didn't have expiry dates on them, and you would get an Eat More, it'd be rock fucking hard, bro, because it didn't move. You get chocolate bars and they'd be like white.
Yeah,
It sat on the shelf so long.
I remember every time I bought that. This is a sad story. Little young Reets, grew up very poor. Immigrant family, 3 kids. This is what it was.
Now he's a millionaire. Can you believe that, folks?
West Side Connect. I buy a little chocolate bar with my little dollar, my little loony. A
No,
little
you
Mars
earned.
bar.
You probably mowed a lawn or something for it.
Probably. Probably painted something. Yeah. Bro, I open up the chocolate bar. And it's white and like it looks moldy. Like it's that white fuzz on it almost. I bring it back to the guy. He goes, "I can't do nothing for it. You didn't open it in the store." I was like, "Sir, I'm a little kid. You can't do this to me. I'm not robbing you. Like, this is a chocolate bar I just bought here." He goes, "Choose another one." All right. I chose an O. Henry. I always loved O. Henry's as a kid, and it was good. But I remember that chocolate bars went bad.
Drama of the white chocolate bars.
Bro, and the guy gave me such a hard time, bro.
Because he knew he wasn't selling that chocolate bar, bro.
Hey, a piece of shit.
You used to get candy, it'd be hard. You go in for like the penny candies and stuff, and you could tell how long they'd been there because of how hard they'd be.
I never fuck with no penny candies, no gumdrops, no fucking cherry bombs, none of that shit.
No peach fuzzies.
I started at 5 cents or nothing, bro.
No, the 1 cent candies were fire.
Bro, I could not do 1 cent candies.
They were like different flavor, like jelly tot ones. I seen like
Jelly tot.
Swedish berries, Swedish
Jelly
fish.
Yeah.
No, those were 5 cents.
No, the little ones, little mini ones like
They
this.
had mini ones, yeah.
Bro, I used to get a handful of those
I didn't
shits.
have a penny guy near us. Ours
You were
was,
you were in the city, so there's inflation on that.
bro, 5 cent gums, 5 cent candies is where we started.
I had penny candies, and I would get a slushie, and I'd put like a fistful of penny candies in the slushie. That's how that shit worked. It was a power move when I was a kid. But I also remember getting slushies for 19 cents.
That's ridiculous.
I know what you were gonna say. I dropped it like episode 2, I think. You gotta be careful with that one. 19 cents a slushie, man. You find 2 beer bottles, you got yourself a slushie. Go collect some beer bottles in the fucking forest and shit. Mike, you want to go to a call?
I give those M&Ms.
Oh yeah,
7.2.
I was gonna say they're 7.5. You want to score any of this stuff?
What do you mean?
You want to give a score to to any of these snacks that you've been, or an opinion on any of that stuff?
Yeah, the Kit Kat's about an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little picky with things.
Okay.
And
That's
those
fair.
M&Ms, man, it was like, imagine an M&M with a coffee jelly bean, like a Jelly Belly.
That is
That's
the
kinda what it was
fucking dude. We need this guy snacking.
You need to call in. You need to be part of the
Dude,
snack.
an
Professor
M&M with a
Professor
coffee
Terp.
jelly belly is exactly what we just did.
We got Big Terp. Now we got Professor Terp Palette.
This is Admiral.
Admiral Terp.
Admiral, yeah.
Admiral Terp.
Wow.
At your service, sir. Yes, sir. Bro, that's the second one you hit on the dot. The first one was the Dunkaroos.
Yeah. No, that's true, man.
And the man brought us some marijuana to take home.
Yo, he brought cookies that he made. We should get into those.
Are they real cookies? Or are they?
Do they have weed in them?
No, they don't have weed in them.
Oh, let's try them
let's
even
do
more.
them. Yeah, let's try those.
What's
All
the
right, let's do
texture
this.
you got on those bad boys?
They're like soft. They're soft.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to do the call while you break out these cookies. Ready for the call?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Mike Rita fan.
All right, is one of my fans?
Yeah. Of course. It's one
Mac?
of your fans. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Amanjot here. I just wanted to give you a shout out from Paris. Your podcast has got me thinking about Twinkies and why I love them so much. I grew up not eating meat or eggs, so therefore I wasn't allowed Twinkies because they contain egg whites. When I did have my first Twinkie later in life, way later in life, it did not disappoint. My question is about first. Do you have an experience eating something for the first time that was so hyped, and how was it? My heart goes out to you too. You are great human beings.
Oh.
Until next time, have a great day.
Evan Joke.
Yeah.
Top 5 fan of mine for sure, bro. OG Evan Joke.
Yeah, she was super
Mac,
nice. It was nice to
OG.
meet her.
Yeah, I only got to connect with her all the time when I was on the West Coast. Something that was super hyped that we ate on the first time, Mr. Beast Burgers. Did we talk about that on the potty already?
Yeah. We talked about the hype of Mr. Beast Burgers. First of all, finding out that Mr. Beast Burgers wasn't even a real place.
Okay, that's pretty funny, actually. Yeah.
They're just ghost kitchens.
Yeah,
I know exactly which one I'm going to go with.
That was big. And
Growing up, a big fan of West Coast rap, Sublime, ska music, West Coast California reggae. Bro, I just loved California. I loved it. And what's one big thing about California? In and out.
yeah.
My whole teenager was like, you gotta try it out, man. You gotta try it out, man. And fucking finally, at 23, I get booked to go do some shows in San Francisco. And I land, and there's an In-N-Out right next to the airport. Anybody's ever
Always.
landed at SFO, you already know. And the lineup is ginormous, but it moves so fast that you can't believe your fucking eyes. But that's the way In-N-Out, and it's In-N-Out.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
the
quick.
fucking
dude.
name.
It's super quick.
And I'll never forget that first bite of a double animal style.
Yeah.
And it just had sauce, and it was fucked. And the pickles were thick cut, serrated pickles. And that... and you know, because you bite through the crispy pickle and you gotta kind of slurp the sauce. And I just remember being like, holy, it's everything I've ever wanted, and almost crying. of happiness that I had finally made it somewhere in life that I could eat an In-N-Out burger. It's just a trip to California. You just have to fly to California. But you know.
I mean, most of the West Coast has In-N-Out near the airport. I first had mine in Las Vegas.
I will say In-N-Out and Five Guys fries. Like when you go to like New England, Five Guys fries is absolute fire. Double bacon fucking burger with, you know, whatever you like on top.
Yeah.
Chow, chow, chow. Fire.
So I've had a lot of people that continually over the last year and a half tag me in the fact that there's pizza at the McDonald's in Orlando.
But is it any good?
And when I went to the Stanley Cup final, I drove to Orlando to eat the McPizza to find out that it's not McPizza at all, and it was horrible. So it was like something that was super hyped. There had been videos and people talking about how there's like still a place, and they hype it up. McDonald's corporate hypes it up. It's the world's biggest McDonald's.
But it was no good.
It was super trash. It's super trash. You could get better pizza anywhere besides there. So that was something where it was like the hype was like.
The honesty makes me so happy. I'm like, because you're like, drove to Orlando. Went to go see it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Trash. Like most people won't tell you that it's trash. They're like, yeah, you know, it was whatever. You're like, nah.
It's trash. And I remember being like knowing enough about McDonald's, and I may have talked about this on the podcast, but knowing enough about McDonald's that like everything is McDonald's. And when they gave me my pizza, it was in a Cisco box, and I remember like looking at the place where they had a nice wood-fired oven, a beautiful oven, just nobody that could actually make pizza using it, and I remember looking at like all of the ingredients because they had like, you know, and none of it was like McDonald's branded. And that's how you know that it's just like, it's a one-off, right? It was cafeteria, wood-fired pizza, basically.
What about you, my man, Owen? Have you ever tried a food that was
not
so
as exciting as your guys, man?
Any food's exciting, man.
It was Burgers Priest when they first came out.
I love Burgers Priest.
And
I am
Vatican.
a Burgers, bro.
Yeah.
It's still good.
When I first had the Vatican.
With those fucking double fried buns, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Bro, I eat the California style because it's the closest thing you can get to a real In-N-Out burger here in Canada. I will vouch that Mike Rita, touring comedian for the last fucking 15 years, has ate 1,000 burgers across Canada. And I can guarantee you that Burgers Priest is in the top 5. Bro, you go to your artisan burgers, those are delicious with the egg and the crack and the milk, bomb. But a greasy burger is done in fucking 5 minutes. Once you get there, you place your order and California style for Mike, boom. Burgers Priest is up there, man. It is so fucking delicious.
Cool.
I never not loved Burgers Priest.
You guys ever heard of Six Side?
Six Side? Is it a burger place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is they're in like Pickering and Scarborough.
Actually in Toronto.
I follow Burger Drops, so Burger Drops always posts about like other sick burgers.
But don't go to the Scarborough one. It's not as good as the Pickering one.
Bro, it has to be like that. I know what you mean by that. Like you have to go to the one that you like. Like when I go to Burgers Priest, I has to be Queen and Spadina.
Right.
Like, cause that place is just the brown guy that's been working there has been working there for like 13 years. He's been there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's quality.
It's quality. That guy's popping off burgers.
Yeah.
When you go to Fat Bastard Burrito in Toronto, you have to go to Queen and Dufferin. Like that's the only one that even gives a fuck about the flavor of their burritos still, like, you know?
Right.
Because they're so corporate now that like you're like, oh, the dream's over.
I remember when I worked for a corporate kitchen and they were like 17 fries on the plate. That's how those places work when they get to be too corporate. Like, and a lot of those places start as a single spot. That's
what I'm saying with Fat Bastard, right? Fat Bastard started as that weird late night spot near Kensington, and then it popped off, and everybody's like, "This is fire! This is the best!" And then there's like 10 of them in Toronto now, so you got to find the ones that still like stay true to the fucking late night grub.
Well, that's the good thing about pizza is there's always independent pizza places that you can hit.
Late night Toronto pizza place.
Late night?
I'm going Pizza Gigi.
Pizza Gigi's good.
Old Ecstasy Jones got caught selling a bunch of drugs back in 2004.
Really?
You never heard the Pizza Gigi scandal?
No, it's awesome.
Pizza Gigi, did you ever hear this scandal?
Oh, no.
Pizza Gigi, late night pizza spot in Toronto, iconic. Harvard and Ossington, you can't fuck with it. One of the best late night pizza spots run by real grubby
I used to
peeps.
do Big Slice.
Big Slice is good, but it's out of the game. But listen,
it is.
I'd tell you something. If you Google this right now, it'll come up. Big Slice drug scandal. These guys were popping off like pizzas, like small pizzas, and inside the box were drugs. So people would place special orders. They'd come to pick it up, and it would be drugs inside the pizza boxes. Awesome. And when they got caught one day, like somebody ratted them out, like, "Hey, go order a fucking large, extra large pepperoni or something with fucking extra." And you have to when you call in, go extra mushrooms, and you're gonna be surprised. And I don't know how the fuck they got caught. Yeah, they got raided and they had
Salvador. 57, 15 related charges. Been in business for more than 30 years.
They're great. They're still around. Don't let this propaganda stop you from enjoying some of the best pizza. Was that really oregano on my pizza? So yeah, like
wow.
Yeah,
millions of dollars worth of marijuana back when it was illegal.
Crack cocaine,
crack.
oxycontins.
Oxycet, Oxycont was Percocet.
He's still there. Salvador's still making pizzas.
Shout out him, man.
Salvador's still making pizzas. He served his time and he's back.
Good for him.
That's crazy.
Salvador. And you know what? His like nephews and shit and his like nieces and stuff, they all still run it there. Bro, Pizza Gigi, one of the best places, bro. The guy who makes the pizza, 70-year-old Japanese, like old Chinese guy, like, but bro, when he even, boys, not even kidding, he's got the whiskers. Like some sort of like
kung fu dude,
like a kung fu dude.
Yo,
he
that's
cranks
dope.
out the pizzas, and you're like, this is the best fucking late night grub because he takes it so serious. You can't break him. You're like, boss, thanks for the good pizza. Like, yeah.
He's like the soup Nazi, but
just could not give a fuck that you love his pizza. Boss, thanks so much, man. Love seeing you still after all these years. Yep. Just get the fuck out of here, buddy. I don't know if you see. I'm stretching out.
I love pizza places like that. They're like, we don't give a shit, man.
We don't give a shit.
Cash
bro.
only.
Yeah.
Get your fucking pizza. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Cash only. I don't got ATMs right there. You're like,
ATM.
Fuck.
It's a $2 charge.
Who gets the $2? Don't fucking worry about it. You want your pizza now?
Yeah, you drunk asshole. Get your pizza. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, we gotta wrap this up, bro.
All right, Owen. I'm gonna ask you one last question before we go.
Yeah.
If you could take away one thing right now that's going on in legal weed, one restriction, one like what would you change if you could change one thing from the perspective of a grower, LP owner, knowing what we've discussed today? You know, what do you think needs to change?
Well, I'll give you two. We can, if it was something to get rid of, it'd be the OCS.
Yeah.
Like,
boom.
Get rid of the middleman. I mean, we're already paying taxes. I mean, that's what the excise tax is for, right? And one thing we could change is, I guess, the product call. If it was maybe monthly or even weekly, you know, something a little bit more
I couldn't believe
tangible.
you said it was quarterly.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was insane. I was like, how? How the fuck are you supposed to do that as a business? How are you supposed to know what you're supposed to need every quarter? And like every month, nice and easy. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, those are probably the two things.
And those are things that don't exist in other provinces.
As far as the product call, no. But like, for example, Saskatchewan is one. We've been trying to actually get into Nunavut,
right?
Because we want to be like
one of the first there.
We want to be the first there, but like we want to tote kind of like as a joke, like, you know, we're the highest selling weed brand in Nunavut.
Right.
That's really
Marketing.
funny.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, do you know the different, like BC, Alberta? Alberta's similar to, like, what are?
They're all the same. BC's like Ontario. Alberta's like Ontario.
So the only one that's stepping out is Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I think so.
That does direct from grower to consumer.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure everyone else is pretty similar on that.
Right. Interesting way that they've decided to go about decriminalizing, legalizing, and marketing the plant that sold itself easily in basements for years, and yet somehow they've fumbled it. It's really, really weird. All right, Mike, that's a good episode. You're good with that, buddy? You want to do the theme song, buddy? Anything you want to say, Owen? Tell them where to get at you. Tell them your Instagram, all that stuff.
Follow Artiznl Cannabis. That's ARTIZNL Cannabis. Shout out to Terpinator, Loco Exotics. Yeah, that's it.
Mikey, you want to tell them where you're going to be at, what you're doing this summer?
You know what? I'll be doing some weed shows. Make sure to check my Instagram out. I'll be doing some shows with some new promoters. Just trying to check out what the best new weed venues in town are and stuff like that. And I'll be going out to Europe for 2.5 weeks of touring out there in July. If you're listening out in Europe, make sure to come check me out in Portugal, Spain, Scotland, England, and the Azores.
With the Portuguese kids.
None of your fucking business.
Okay. I'm the Snackman. I do the same shit as I do all the other times. I don't really do shit at all. I'm going to be at Nelly this weekend. There you go. All right, Mikey, here you go. Hit him with it.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
The snacks of life. The snacks of life.
There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about
The snacks of life. The snacks of life.
When the world
That's been the Snacks of Life podcast with comedian Mike Rita and the Snackman. We want to give a big thank to Artiznl LP owner Owen LP for coming out tonight and showing us lots of love. And make sure to check out cannabis.ca. Are you looking to stop touching your pecker tonight? Well, maybe on cannabis.ca you can find somebody to touch your pecker for you. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the Snacks of Life podcast with comedian Mike Rita. Cause diarrhea, not to be used.
See you next Friday, people.